There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want.
Let me start off with two words. Made in America. Made in America.
Welcome back to another night of Shtick with Koolfrogg. You know, Friday night, open mic. You never know who's going to show up. Oh, look, we got somebody already. It's Crockle Squirrel. What's up?
A lot of this, little of that. Saw you a few minutes ago on a different live stream.
Right, long time no see. Like we, you know.
Yeah, what, 10 minutes?
I did throw out several links to several different people. We'll see who actually comes along and decides to join us for the night. You just never know what kind of conversation will come out of it. And we do usually get a halfway decent crowd. You just never know who's actually going to be here. Let's say hi to everybody in chat real quick. What's up, Suzanne? Welcome. The first time on in chat with a wrench. And that's Hey, Daisy girl. And who else we got? Oh, Lord Cock Squirrel. You're waving at us. Awesome. Glad that you actually hit up that chat beforehand. And Vicky T. Hey, girl. How you doing? So, you know, again, you just never know where the night's going to actually take you. What kind of actually interesting fun that we can actually have. I don't really have too much for too many articles for the night or whatever. I did pick up a couple just in case, just to actually kind of throw some potential thought at us if we needed it, if it was something that we were lacking. What is up, TR? How you doing, brother? You know, the fun one is if we multi-stream. We multi-stream to both the YouTube and Rumble at the same time. No matter which platform you're on, if you like what you're hearing, go ahead, hit that thumbs up button. If you don't like what you're hearing, hit the thumbs up button and leave a comment and let me know what you think I can do better next time.
Actually, they can hit they can hit the little thummy downy button and tell you what they don't like.
They could do that too, but still make sure you leave a comment if you do. That way I know for sure what is actually going on in your mind. I can't read thumbs. Doesn't really make too much sense.
Yeah, thumbs have language difficulties, I've noticed.
So I don't know if anybody else really. Seriously, look in my chat. Look in my chat and my Discord. Now to get into my Discord, everybody that's been a member or is currently a member actually gets the opportunity to actually catch a Discord link. Not that I won't give you one for nothing or whatever, because it doesn't really cost you anything. It's just that I put that membership link behind that, and it's picked up so many wonderful people. And has grown my Discord to some 150 different people in there. And we usually get anywhere between 2 and 20 people sitting in chat, sharing their thoughts and their opinions through the night and day. Like when I say night and day, I mean all day. It's wonderful.
7, all day, every day. Yep, we already know how that
Currently,
works.
There's a dozen of them that are sitting there. There you go. Here's someone. Hello, Vicky.
Hello. Hi, Croc Squirrel.
How are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. So what are we doing tonight?
I just marked it as an open mic. We can do anything we really want. We can play games. We can sit here and chit chat. We can bring up articles to start conversation if we need.
Nice.
Real quick, great
Would it
liquor
be bad
sitting
if I
over on
if
the
I
Rumble
remind
side
Mr.
says
Biden
read
there?
my
Would it be
thumb."
bad if I tried to remind Mr. Biden that there's only that "Made in America" is 3 words and not 2? You're bad at math, Joe.
Nobody said that he was very smart.
Oh no, he was actually he was a fairly decent orator. What, 30 years ago? Not so much now, though.
It was yeah. He what he could actually talk.
Yeah, he could
He couldn't
actually
do much
speak.
else.
Well, then you got to realize the other side of that. He was elected to office in a couple of months after I was born.
Right, some 60 years ago, right?
50. 51, actually.
Oh, you're only a year younger than me. I'm the old lady.
Welcome, Will Call Magic. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Hey, Rose. How you doing, dude? I still get a kick out of Great Liquor sitting over on that Rumble side by himself saying, read my thumb.
Hi, Great Liquor.
You'd be surprised how many people actually do have the tendency to actually show up over on that side. I do have some 487 followers on that Rumble side.
Nice.
I have picked up a couple within the last few days. It's kind of exciting to know. TR says, tonight is a weird night. Today has been a weird day. It's been a long...
Been a weird week.
Uh-huh. You thought yesterday was weird. Welcome to today.
No, make it stop. Make it stop.
The fun one is I don't do things on Saturday. I don't run my own streams. I do that on purpose. I have the tendency to actually join my family for family excursions. We're gonna actually do a birthday party for my nephew. We're gonna go to a bounce house where we actually can bounce on some trampolines. That sounds so exciting, and
Have
it's
you ever
not
done
just for
it?
kids.
No,
It's not just for
you're
kids,
not.
apparently.
Oh,
So I'm
have you
like,
ever done
yes.
it before?
I'm going. No, I
Oh,
haven't. I mean, I
there's
have, but
so
not
much fun.
not in a long time. So
Mm.
it feels like no, I haven't.
You're gonna be like a little kid in a candy store.
Oh
bouncing
yeah,
on
it's gonna be
things.
so much fun, and to have
Yeah. Oh, you gotta have film tadpole.
yes, to have the fun with Tadpole doing that is gonna be great.
Yeah, it is. That's awesome.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm actually on my own. I'm actually running my own live stream tomorrow.
Oh, good.
We're gonna play
Nice.
Amnesia the Bunker. It'll be fun.
I'm gonna be dressed as a pirate running around a Renaissance fair getting drunk. Woohoo!
Yeah,
I want to know where that Ren Fair is.
She's the original.
There's a Ren Fair that takes pirates. I am so there.
They take what we give them.
Ooh.
What's up, Big D?
What's up?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of fun.
Thanks, Rose. Oh, wait till you see my outfit, Rose. I made me a whole new jacket and a new dress. It's awesome.
They take whatever Vicky gives them. That's it. Like me.
Yeah, kind of like you.
Oh,
what you get. Don't drop it.
Oh, shots fired.
He's used to it. After
Oh, I'm sure.
24 years, yeah, he's used to it.
Oh, look at that. What is up, Lucky Chucky?
Lucky
Good
Chucky.
to see you. So, I'm going to do something here real quick. As soon as I possibly can, I'm going to see if I can't get Croco Squirrel's YouTube link as well as Loki. Now, look, it's later. She's actually supposed to come join us here eventually. Give her a few minutes to actually take care of herself, do what
Good.
she needs to do before she shows up.
Good.
I'm gonna make sure that I find these links. I'm gonna actually put these links in the description line down below. Make sure you all click on those links and go subscribe. Go subscribe, especially to Loki. Loki has 894 subscribers, not so far off of that
Nice.
1,000 to catch that monetization. Y'all go and help her out with that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, actually, yes, it is great to actually hear that she's so close. There you go. See that? And you got Suzanne. Suzanne is going to actually step up and be that mod.
Look at
That
that
mod that everybody
go.
loves all so much. And she's going to actually go and post that stuff right into chat, make it easy for y'all to actually find.
Somebody got a wrench.
And she's I'll do what I can for you, Frog. So as
you
far
do
as
more
that
than
goes,
I
I'm
do.
excited for her to actually be there to actually do all that. And it's
She's a
it's
great
all good
mod.
stuff. Yes, exactly. So there's a couple links for y'all to go click on, go hit those up, subscribe to them.
It's printed. The end of it there is actually printed right below my name. It is. It is that easy.
And then as far as that goes, I always, when I hit that edit button and I add people to the show, I usually add all my guests. So there's Vicky T in there as well. Make sure you go click on it because though she doesn't have a lot that she creates, I bet if you give her a reason to, she has enough people, she'll post something more.
Post me drunk as a pirate from tomorrow.
There you go.
Ooh.
Suzanne says, I'm stoned as fuck, lol. So there you go, the best mod in the world. Clumsy Clairvoyance for a gifted membership. Thank you, dear.
It's clumsy.
So sweet.
Nice to
I'm
see
really,
you,
I ran into an issue today. A very disturbing issue. I got my check. From Rumble.
How many
I was
cents
excited. It was actually 254,000 of them. I'm like, yay!
Really?
Right? Pennies.
No.
Pennies. 254,000
No.
pennies. Yeah.
Really?
No. Yeah. It wasn't a lot. But it's enough. So when you actually think about it, I go and I go to Snap, take a picture of it to do the deposit through my own bank, and it didn't go. It says it wasn't endorsed. I'm like, what are you talking about? I endorsed it. I can see my signature right here. What are you talking about? Right? I'm like, whatever. Okay, let's go to a bank. You go to a couple different banks, go to check them out, see what I can do at the banks, and the banks are all like, do you have an account? It's like, well, no. Of course I don't have an account. And they're like, oh, we can't cash it for you. Just for we simply don't have the account. I'm like, not a single one of them will be like, hey, do you want to create an account? None of that. It was a straight up.
No, never.
No, right. So they're like, the one lady finally says, well, did you try Walmart? And I'm like, oh, that's a good point. I go to the Walmart, see if the cash it. The lady does the most of it. Nope, it rejected it. I'm like, okay. I went back to a federal credit union and asked the lady about that and she says, here's the issue. It's written, or the bank that it comes from is out of Canada. So international fundage, they have to actually take the check, process it, send it to them to get the funds removed from their bank and sent to this bank before they can actually give me my money. So maybe a few more weeks after I can actually get this submitted. Well, I don't have a bank here in the state of South Dakota that I can actually do that with. Lucky for me, my wife does have an account, so we're going to actually try going to her bank and see if we can't get them to actually process it. Sadly, the lady that I was talking to said it could take a few weeks before that would even come back from Canada before I could even have the money. And then there's a good chance that it wouldn't come to me. It would actually go to my wife's account, which is fine. It's not a big deal. It's not like, oh my God, I'm not going to ever see the money. Other than the fact that I might not see the money if that bank can't do what we're asking them to do. So I have to actually go through the process of getting my PayPal actually resubmitted to actually make sure that it's still active enough to use, which would be great in itself so that I could actually donate to Clumsy, because Clumsy's been a very, very avid donor here on gifted memberships almost on a daily basis. Drops at least one, if not two, sometimes three. Being that she does that, I'd like to actually donate back to her. I just simply can't because my PayPal account doesn't allow me to actually do it right now. So I have lots of things that I got to do to actually get that working. Oh, we lost the crocker squirrel.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Uh-oh. We'll see if he decides to swing back in here. Oh, there he is. Welcome back.
Yeah, I was not paying attention to where I was clicking. Sorry about that.
No, you're okay.
it happens.
Yeah.
You're not the only boomer in this world. We get it. The beach tonight.
Oh,
Clumsy, any idea when your next reading stream will be? Tonight. There you go. There you go. That's awesome.
yeah, I'm bragging about my coat.
So I bet I would too. I'd seen all the little parts and pieces that you've been making for this coat throughout the last few days. The one day you showed me the vest, the one day you've seen the cuffs. Earlier today we've seen the hat in its raw form without all the feathers and ruffle or whatever.
Oh, wait till you see what it's
Oh,
done.
no.
Oh,
It's so pretty. Only I know where all the mistakes are at. And those are hidden on the inside, so they can't be seen when I'm wearing it. But yeah, I'm so excited. It's supposed to rain in the morning, but I don't care because I'm going to be a drunk pirate. Gonna be morning drinking and all day fun. Hanging with the weirdos. Yeah.
I'd totally brag if I could make something. I can't even get press-on nails to work. I bet if you tried hard enough, you could probably do anything you wanted. You're Rose. Why couldn't you?
Clumsy. Did you just call me a wrench, Clumsy?
She's a wrench and she's good at using it too. Uh-huh.
Hilarious. Anyways, so Croc Squirrel.
yeah.
So tell us about yourself.
I am former military. Went through a couple of other things. Yeah, let's just say my life's been pretty fucked up till now. Here a while back, I decided that maybe YouTube was a better idea.
And what do you think?
Well, it's not exactly making money, but then what does?
Yeah, right. True that.
Yeah, I get a little bit, enough to make up enough to make sure that the animals are fed, and we have a way to pick up the slack if something goes sideways, it frequently does. Ask my wife;
That's
she'll tell
Murphy's
you all about
Law.
that.
Yeah, Murphy's Law will do that to you.
Yeah, Murphy was a grunt, and we both know it.
Just a little bit.
There's an interesting $9.99 from TR. Says sending prayers and good vibes to Talking Trash Truth. Hope she's feeling better. Have 36 hours off and will be feeling fresh for waking up Sunday.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hey, bro. Yo, bro.
See, I decided that I like playing video games, so I'm going to do that, a couple of times a week. And then we hang with Loki when she does hers. So.
Oh, you guys did a great show tonight too. I caught most of it.
Yay!
The Frog, you just can't get away from the dirty talk, can ya?
No,
Yeah.
It's like it follows me everywhere I go.
I'm like, did she just say what I think she said? Because I'm busy running around here listening to you guys doing sewing and stuff like that, and I had to stop and like, wait a minute. I did say what I thought she said.
Yep, she probably did. I'm not sure which bitch you're referring to, but she probably said it.
The girl that had the seizure with the
Oh,
fork
yeah.
in her head.
Yup. Yes, that is indeed what she said.
Yeah.
And I thought, and I saw it coming.
Oh my gosh, she has some great stories though.
Oh, I've got a bunch too. Remind me one of these days for a night stream. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you the Santa Claus story.
Whoa.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
Santa
well,
Claus
right
true
now
story,
he
and
does.
I mean, what do you, you can't kind of be there and then be like, well, one of these times.
Jeez.
You can't tease us like that. That's not nice.
Well, hey, I got to give you some reason to have me come back.
Oh, you'll come back. I'll let you come back anytime you want. Anytime that
Oh, well.
you just say, hey.
Yeah, I've got some really. I spent a substantial amount of my military time. See, I was in the Navy. I signed up to be an electronics technician. Through a series of very unfortunate events, I wound up a combat officer. Not a good choice. Except that I didn't make that choice. Somebody else made it for me. So I've got time. There's 1,000,005 stories, and I can only tell a small handful of them, which is sad.
Gotcha. Understood.
Yeah, it's one of them things. I also can't be very specific about where exactly I was at the time. But no, I will one of these days. I will tell you guys the Santa Claus story.
Cool.
Not right this instant.
Gotcha.
Yes, it involved the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny as well.
Ménage et toi?
No. Well, kinda, but there was no they weren't all in contact with them. I reached out and touched. I was the one to do the reach out and touch.
Oh no. We have a guest. We have a guest.
Yay.
Yes,
Oh, cool.
it's winning reality.
Do tell.
Sounds like
How you
fun.
doing?
Oh, hello.
What's up, Winnie?
How's it going?
It's going.
How? All right. Game night
goes.
about? We going for a big old game night tonight? Is that what we're doing, or is it just open mic?
It's just an open mic. Not that we can't play games if it comes down to it.
Right on.
Well, if you guys want games, I got a shit ton. Go look at my Steam account. Seriously.
I got a quacker squirrel and a Koolfrogg in the house. It's getting swampy around here.
Yeah.
It is getting kind of swampy.
Actually, I prefer the trees, but
Oh,
You know,
okay. So
don't
you're
really
more of a quagga squirrel is more of a land animal than I was just imagining it kind of like lurking around in the water with a big puffy tail.
Yeah, no, I don't do water over my head. And cocker squirrels are actually smaller than you'd think.
Oh, okay. Cool.
No.
I'd love to see this one. Definitely. If I have
Besides,
one for a pet.
if we're going to be ambush predators, we're going to do it properly, like all of the drop bears. Death from above.
No, not drop bears.
Well, nice to meet you, Crocker Squirrel.
Nice to be seen. You look like you guys look like you're about to have some serious fun with these people. I'm
You just never know what comes out of this group. It's great. It's so much
well,
fun.
I'm guessing I'm about to find out. But
You never know
I
who
expect
shows
to see
up
some.
either.
I expect to see a lot of you tomorrow morning at 11 Pacific.
I'm going to be at the Renaissance Fair getting drunk.
No, I'll be gone. On
There's so much going on. You know, in the wintertime, it's not a problem at all because there's hardly anything going on. But summertime, oh, everything kicks into high gear.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm sure a lot of people are out and enjoying the summer. This summer especially. We're still a couple years out off of the big break we had from outside.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody still goes a little stir crazy.
Yeah.
A
Every year
little,
gets a
yeah,
little
no,
further away.
You
Back to
keep
normal.
having fever over the winter, especially if you live up north where it never always snows and never ends until May, if you're lucky.
Well, technically, spring isn't over yet.
Technically true.
We've got just less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So spring can still bite us if it really wants to.
Oh, it's doing it right now outside. It's pouring rain. And I'm like, yoo-hoo, we're going to be playing in the mud tomorrow.
That does sound like fun, actually. Don't tell my kids I said that, though. Seriously. You didn't hear that out of my. You didn't hear that from my face.
I heard nothing at all. So what else is going on, boys? Anything?
Not much. Seriously, it's been a super long day for me, and
Yeah.
ready for it to almost end.
Are you?
As sad as that is. As sad as that is,
Yeah.
we just started, and I'm just like waiting.
No.
Well, it can't
It's
be.
rough.
It can't be all
It's
that
rough,
bad.
and that sucks.
You have
I mean,
an unholy
I'm still
chimera.
alive, so I suppose it's not that bad.
Aw. You have people here that love you.
Or at least they claim to.
Shh, hush, you.
Give away our
Oh, I'm
secrets.
sorry. I wasn't supposed to say the quiet part out loud, was I?
Oh, no,
Sorry. Not sorry.
no. It's okay.
TR Greater X for another $9.99 says I must sleep. I'm exhausted. Been up since 3 a.m. Lifted weights for 30 minutes. Ran 3.5 miles. Push-ups, squats, wall sits. But I feel great. Just tired. Have a great show. Catch you later. Later,
Happy
TR.
birthday,
Sleep
'cause I
well,
won't
dude.
see you tomorrow.
Right. If you
Happy
don't sleep well,
birthday.
I'd really question your motivation to do all of that and not sleep well.
Yeah. You sleep like a rock.
Yeah,
Right? Absolutely.
Yeah, sleep doesn't always come easily, you know?
If you're working out hard, you need sleep. That's for sure.
Yes. True that. Oh, I was going to ask him what he's going to do tomorrow for his birthday. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's no
And
fun.
what time zone is he in? Is it actually his birthday right now?
He's in Springfield, Missouri.
So,
So
not for another
Central-
half hour.
Another
Yep.
half hour.
Yeah,
and he's
so
going
yeah.
to bed. Well, good thing we sang happy birthday to him this morning.
Yeah, yeah, you did. That was so cute.
Adorable.
It was. Were you here for it?
No.
He did it in the little baby voice. Happy birthday to you. It's good. I want a voice changer, man.
Voice mod. Voice mod is the best. There is a free version of it, so you get some of them.
The
Hmm.
baby.
The baby.
It's so soothing.
I guess some people don't find it that soothing, but I don't know why.
Sup, nerd?
No,
He
just
says
no.
No. No, it's not. Double negative.
I hear double
means it
negative for a
is.
big grammar faux pas, you know. Oh wait, that's right. I'm the weirdo that might actually call you on that.
Aww. Good for you, kid. That's awesome, T Grader.
Bro says,
Bro.
Don't sprain your eggplant, bro.
We see what you did there.
Oh, the degenerate. Oh, God, I can't talk.
degeneracy. Yes.
That's it.
We
Runs
love- We
deep.
love degeneracy so much.
We're not too many degens.
So I was looking for another
Shoot.
person
That's
that I
right.
was trying to send a link to. I'm like overlooking it. Did I send the link already?
I'm just trying to have fun with sending links just to see how many people actually do show up and see what kind of crowd we actually get.
Oh,
At least
fine.
3.
Let's-
You just
Just
never
tweet,
know.
just tweet it out, man.
Yeah, just tweet it. Tweet out the StreamYard link. Just throw it out there and see. Watch
Beautifully
the porn
inappropriate.
palms jump in.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, beautiful.
I thought she was
you know, It was. I bet this can actually stir up a little bit of conversation. Here, I got something for you. There's a couple of us that were sitting in Discord after waking up. We were just kind of hanging out for a few minutes,
You gonna show
and I
that?
was digging through some news articles, and I found this one, and I'm like, oh my! I cannot imagine this particular circumstance actually occurring.
You are doing that one again. Holy crap.
Yes. I
Oh
just
my
feel the
God.
need. I feel the need. And I feel the need to actually edit this
Yeah, it gave me
layout.
anxiety.
This layout is something horrible.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. All right, let's update that layout just a little bit. All right. We're a little bit bigger on the screen now instead of just being little tiny little squares off to the corner. I seen this and I'm like, oh my Lord. Now we can't actually play the video. It's because of what it actually is.
It's graphic.
Right. It's too graphic for YouTube.
It's so graphic.
But the article in itself gives you it just paints the picture oh so well, because I mean you can kind of see what's going on in this image here. It says right in front of my eyes, bystanders horrified as tiger shark eats man alive. It says a man was eaten alive by a shark Thursday while swimming near an Egyptian resort in the Red Sea, As horrified bystanders looked on, according to video footage and reports, in a harrowing graphic video footage, a man can be seen violently thrashing about in the water near the Egyptian city of Hurghada, disappearing under the surface multiple times before reemerging and appearing to scream for help. Moments later, an ominous fin appears beside him, and the man gets dragged beneath the surface once more by as bystanders scream in horror, the video shows. It happened in a second. Rescuers reacted very quickly. For some reason, I immediately felt that that it was a shark. I immediately jumped up and started shouting, "Sharks, sharks, save yourself." Nobody understood yet. A witness told Russian media, REN TV, according to the New York Post. It is a terrible thing. The remains of this guy are over there. I'm shaking right in front of my eyes. The shark ate that guy. I think I need a drink. I feel really bad. Another witness told the
I think the last
Telegraph.
thing you need right now, dude, is a drink.
Just maybe not need the drink. Just go sit down for a few minutes and maybe go see a psychiatrist or something. Maybe.
Well, you know what? If he's gonna drink it away, he needs to share. That's just all. I like it when people share. He's nice.
Yeah.
What's up, Whitten?
Oh, nothing. I was reading ahead and I realized that we hadn't gotten to this part yet. I was about to say something.
It says the man allegedly identified as allegedly. I don't identified. I really don't know if there's any other way to identify him. But allegedly identified the 23-year-old V. Popov, of Russian citizen who had been living in Egypt for the last several months. The Daily Beast reported, citing Russian news agency TASS, the Egyptian Ministry of Environment confirmed Popov had been attacked by a tiger shark after specialists investigated the area after the incident, according to the New York Post. In order to determine what caused the attack, authorities captured the tiger shark and transferred it to a laboratory for examination. The Ministry of Environment announced what's that?
I said, this is the part where I was like, dang, they captured it.
Right, they actually went and captured it. Right, the Ministry of Environment announced in a separate statement. The ministry further added that the tiger shark was responsible for other incidents involving swimmers in the same area. While the ministry didn't elaborate on those incidents, 2 women were killed by a shark in the waters near Hurghada in 2022 within days of each other, CBS News reported at the time. After the horrifying attack, authorities of Hurghada suspended all swimming, snorkeling, and water sport activities, citing international protocols for such incidents, the ministry announced.
But you had people doing water sports? Damn.
Yeah.
Hate it when that happens. I mean,
yeah, especially
it's not like I want to kink shame or anything, but still.
It's in the Red Sea, so you think about it. Is there not sharks in the sea? Tiger sharks. They usually have a tendency to live in shallower, waters as opposed to some.
Yeah, shallow marine environments.
Right. So perfect swimming environments for most. Is where you're easily going to find these particular animals. I find it interesting that it took the Ministry of Environment to finally go and remove the shark. Now, after this one, after it didn't remove it the last couple times, that it had done the same thing to a couple of other women.
They got a 3-bite rule there, so 3rd bite you're out.
Yeah, it's a 3 strikes and you're out policy, because by then El Sharko here, I got a taste for long pork, and we can't have that. Although a child is worth 3 strikes off the top.
Yeah, right? Crazy.
and as far as the women's go, the cute ones are worth two.
Suzanne always has the best comments. Koolfrogg, my uncle was fishing in Trinidad and caught a shark. When he gutted it, found a woman's hand with a huge diamond ring. He washed it off and ran to propose to my aunt.
Oh, dear.
Oh my lord. Suzanne, you're the best.
Wow.
Wowie.
It was a sign.
That is utterly morbid, but that's okay.
Hey, maybe she really liked that diamond.
I hope so.
Like, ah, who did you steal it off of? What's that?
I caught it.
Hello, Mimsy. Good to see you. Glad you're here.
Hi,
It was cubic zirconia, bro.
I hope it was the right. I hope it was right size.
Yeah, you might have been in a little bit of trouble if it wasn't.
No. It just there would be some questions. There would be questions.
I guess the questions would be if he didn't have a job that would afford a big old rock like that. You're like, okay, where'd you get it from? Come on, that's up. Who did you steal it off of? What dead party did you take it off of? Come on. No, honey, my business is that lucrative. Nah, just teasing. Anywho, that'd be really weird.
Suzanne says we call him Uncle Stinky because he smelled of fish. Good thing it was him that smelled the fish and not her.
Yeah.
Bum.
Bum.
Who brings the tea, Jen? My lord. Yeah. So what are you up to, Winning?
What am I up to? Just hanging out this week. Really didn't have any shows this week. Kind of took a week off, do some stuff around the homestead and other things I had to take care of.
Gotcha.
But I'm gonna do a show tomorrow night.
Here I figured you were going to say 5'4".
Wow.
That would be way off. Yeah.
More like 4'2".
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, there it is. But I am gonna do a show tomorrow night. It's like kicking around topics, and I was like, I might as well just go ahead and do the whole like spiel on the flat earth things as it came up.
Oh,
I was like,
I love
well, I'm gonna do it from my perspective, like I've been trying to get across, which doesn't really translate. So I'm gonna do it that way, and this is part
from
of
the globalist point of view.
Oh,
well, from the deprogramming point of view, like that's the thing. That's the point I didn't really get to make last time. Is like I never like go in to actually participate in the debate itself. I'm always there to deprogram and call game on it. So it's like it comes across in a different way because people are expecting me to engage in the whole trap that is the argument. But anyways, I'll say that all for tomorrow night. That's what I'm gonna do, and it's just gonna be about that.
See, I love me a Flexeramite. There's ghosts.
And then I'll add some bonus stuff in at the end. Like we'll take it in a different direction or something. But because I was just trying to think of something to come up with, and I had a bunch of material I was gonna send over to a friend, and I was just like, I was like, well, why don't I just go through and explain this? It's just been brought up so much, and just put it out there like I know it, and explain like why I was interested in it for the reasons I was. Not that I was into it. I was just since I don't know Crocker Squirrel. You guys know the story, but I know I was researching for the mind control aspect of it, and like, is there like what was the draw and what was the whole thing about it, and was there a way to like reverse that kind of effect? And so it was just it was more of that. That was my approach to it. But anyways, that's what it's going to be about. And if you guys are out there and you're interested in that kind of stuff, it'll be a good time. It'll be fun. And then I'll have some fun, probably some more light stuff at the end of it, just to kind of kick it off into a different direction. But who knows? It may take a little while. So I don't know. I figured why not? I talk about it. It comes up enough in the conspiracy stuff and on the Unveiling Reality show that that we might as well just make it clear. So why not?
Very cool.
There you have it. Still been doing some research for that and getting things ready for that too.
So, what were you going to say, Croc Squirrel?
I love me a good Flateromite. Some of them are absolutely hilarious.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. Most definitely. There's it's quite a lively scene.
Well, I used to, when I started my channel, I was doing debunks, and the way I was making videos was kicking my ass. 3 videos a week took forever.
I guess it takes a while to get the hang of those kinds of things, right?
Yeah, at least an hour or 2.
Yeah, it depends on how you're actually doing them. If you're recording them to put them out, is totally different than going live. There's such a process that you have to actually go through, because you want to minimize your time being used, doing the readings and the thought process or whatever, to actually make it easy to actually watch. I've done a couple. I know. I get you. It's so much easier doing these live streams, because the live stream is just like 2 a day is not a problem.
Right.
Yeah, no, I decided to do this probably the stupidest way possible. What I would do is I would pull everything together in 3D and then render a bunch of stills, and then use the stills as something to look at while the commentary is running, and then you run the next section of the video. It has some halfway decent production values, but damn, it took forever, especially with a computer that was really not up to the job. So after 2 or 3 70-hour weeks, I'm like, okay, I need to kind of cut and scale this back a little bit. And a couple of months later, I'm just like, no, I don't want to. Okay.
Dude, I left my mic on in the Discord again. I just realized it. I was like, oops, I got somebody to leave. I was muted. Because there was that moment where people are like, what's he talking about?
You're supposed to lay off the crack when you join live streams. Seriously.
Oh, yeah, okay. What? Who told me? Well, whose rule is that? I'm gonna break it.
No.
That's how we do it.
Oh yeah.
So then,
So I hear you've been covering UFOs, man. Catch me up on the UFO story.
no, I'm not gonna do it.
All right.
I can't. I
wasn't being serious. I wasn't being serious.
I hit a couple of those up a few days in a row. The unidentified flying phenomena, or whatever the heck they want to call them, or the UAP. Just unidentified aerial phenomena. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So when you actually comes down to it, it's kind of interesting. Some of the information that they're actually pushing about such a thing. I had read a couple nights in a row the particular U.S. retrieving craft of non-human origin through the debrief to only wake up today to see Twitter had a guy or a family of sorts that had seen come across this aerial phenomena. It called the cops, and apparently it was caught on a cam, on a chest cam. And I just
The,
we watched
the
that.
aliens were, or the encounter with the police was with the family.
The encounter with the. Wait, what? Wait,
yes, that too.
both, dear, both.
They got the aliens on. They got the aliens on video. The 8-foot tall ones.
There is on one of the videos. It's on it. So one of the officers is talking to somebody else, and behind that guy, there's a big old flash of blue light going past him, and you can see it on the cops' body cam. And then, not even a couple of minutes later, they get a phone call just down the road from where that thing was, that there is a 8 to 10 foot tall being in their backyard. So they call.
Okay.
Yeah, it's creepy.
But nobody recorded it.
Cool story, bro.
Nope.
There
Nobody had a
is
phone.
there is
Cool
recording
story.
of a ring light, one of those
Ring
porch
camera?
phones.
Yeah,
Ring
like a
camera?
doorbell camera. Yeah.
Yeah, and it shows this bright light. Then you hear this boom, and it's exactly what everybody in that family had been talking about, that they heard first, and then they saw that thing, and then it was gone.
Like, but did the ring camera get the alien? That's
No,
That's
the
what I'm
ring
trying to
camera
get
got the effects of the thing coming to the through the atmosphere and hitting the ground.
Okay, so there's something hit the ground that happened, and then somebody said that they saw a big alien. Okay, so that's the part
See for yourself. It's actually
that's the part. That's probably the person, the biggest grifter in the neighborhood, right there. They're like, I'm getting on this shit right now. God damn it.
I think Div or Madcore, one of the two, posted it in chat over there in Discord.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
I think
have to
so,
dig too
anyways. I
So,
think so, anyways.
Oddly enough, I found some interesting kind of like just some videos I was watching, and I put one of them in the private chat. Koolfrogg. I don't know if these videos are copyrighted or not. I have no idea, so I'll leave it up to your judgment to play it or not. But basically, there's a lot of different like advancements in personal aviation in the world right now, and there's also drones, and there's a lot of other things that people have. And I was watching this thing called 15 Future Flying Cars That Will Change the World. And it talked about all these different personal flying devices, right? And I'm thinking, well, these things, who owns these? They don't just make them to make them, right? And show them off. I know some of them are like military stuff that I've showed it on my channel before, where they're trying it out for the Coast Guard and shit. But I was like, well, who owns these? I was like, the super duper wealthy people can afford to buy these things and go out on their property and fly them around at night and do whatever they want to with them. I was like, I wonder how many of these things are actually out there in the world, like these flying devices are, and how many people with a lot of money, right? And there's plenty of people that can afford to buy these things. Like when you see the prices on them, you'd be like, yeah, someone who's a multimillionaire or billionaire easily, man, you can buy one for the whole family. Everybody can have one. How many of these people are out there, having some fun with these things, man? Because it seems like, if you could afford it, you'd want one of these things to fly around in, because it's a lot better than driving.
Oh, yeah, that'd be that would actually be fun.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it looks really cool. And there's also the drone technology. So the more money you have, the better equipment you can afford to do cool stuff with. Like if you want to buy that thing they do in China where all the drones swarm and make letters in the sky and you have millions of dollars, you could go buy it. I mean, it's just not a second thought. And they have these, and the wealthy elite they're all around us, but we don't see them at all, like in terms of their societies, right? they're often little nooks and little crannies that we don't ever like really come across. And they have their kind of their own ways and things. And they you might see them, but they're not really, they have these big plots of land that just spawn on and on and on where they can go do things like that. They're within sight, but you wouldn't know they were there, right? And because it's just not where you go. It's not you circulate. You may say that's the rich area or something like that, right? But there's also like, you know, places like the White Oak and Yulee was a billionaires right near Jekyll Island was another billionaire resort in the area that people didn't even, they only heard stories about it, you know, for a long time. And then it opened up to the public and you could see it had golf courses. It had like these big cool houses that you could stay in, like 20 people at a time, had a big meeting conference room where they had world leaders meet, all kinds of crazy stuff went on there. And then of course they have the exotic animals too, that you're there to see. But anyways, yeah. So it made me think, maybe some of this stuff, not this story particularly, but maybe some of the UFO stuff that we see and people are recording are just, you know, people messing around with different, personal aircraft as well as military too, you know, I'm sure, but
the
military's gonna have all this stuff too, you know. They'll have this stuff first. Yeah. You know, so when they're up there doing these little acrobatics and flying from place to place and doing things that people aren't used to seeing at times they're not used to seeing and places they're not used to seeing it, you know, you get these stories and that can be spun up into some kind of like UFO tale or alien tale right on top of it.
Well, we don't want somebody's personal unedited
Body cam footage, because when you do that, sometimes they go and they try claiming it. So we'll watch the news article instead.
Okay. Cool.
Did you have Croc? Did you have something to say quick?
Oh, see, here's the thing I find interesting. Everybody say, well, they admit there are UAPs. They've all admitted there's UFOs. Well, yeah, duh. Anything that you can see and that's flying around and you don't know what it is, that's a UFO by definition.
Yeah, unidentified flying object. Yeah, right. You know, yeah.
Which is why they went for which is why they decided UAP was a better idea.
Right.
Only except that it has exactly the same problem.
Yeah.
It's like what used to be called shell shock. You know, they managed to turn it into post-traumatic stress disorder. No, it's shell shock. People go, you got some dude over there that is messed up in the head because he saw one too many things, and he just turns into a vegetable that can actually feed itself. Yes, I've seen people like that.
No, I believe you. I believe you. Okay, so let's go ahead and bump this video quick.
It is the police call everybody will be talking about. Thanks for joining us here at 6 o'clock. I'm Denise Valdez.
I'm Brian Loftus. A family says something crashed into their backyard, prompting them to call 911, saying they saw creatures walking around.
Our 8 News.
This comes out of Las Vegas.
I hope it's near Area 51.
No, actually, Groom Lake wouldn't be your problem there. It's just that it's Vegas, and well, yeah, why are we bugging these guys? They just want to go hang out at the casino, man.
Yeah, they wouldn't be testing out any kind of aerial devices in the area.
No, why bother?
That's the place you can go out you can go out and you can fire AKs and like machine guns and full autos and stuff. Out in the desert, you go out a little bit outside the city and you're like, go for it.
And do you know this how?
Because it's well known. It's just like there's places you can go out there and you can go fire any kind of gun you want to, like big artillery guns and shit like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is now investigators digging into this for weeks now. And tonight, our David Sharns with the video you will only see on 8 News Now. David?
Right, Denise. Sources telling 8 News Now investigators that several agencies believe something landed or crashed. Whether it was non-humans or not, it certainly scared the people living on this property. Now,
See Jimmy doing this job.
Whether it's non-humans or not. I love how they freaking twist the words.
It's not non-humans.
It's not non-humans. Ooh, I want to see. I don't think I want to run into those.
Yeah, don't be.
Before we show you that video, listen to their call for help.
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually we're terrified of it.
So there's two people or two
I'm terrified.
subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large. They're like 8 foot, 9 feet, 10 foot. I don't know. They look like aliens to us.
8 foot, 9 foot, 10 foot. He has no.
They keep growing. It's like you've heard his voice before.
Big eyes. They have big eyes. Like I can't explain it. And big mouth. They're shiny eyes and they're not human. They're 100%. They're not human.
Okay, are they made out of mucus?
Well,
I have questions.
The insectoids?
Well, no, he said this. He said something about it's not human. I'm going with. Okay. Let's try that one again.
Well, I mean, what's the cop gonna do? What's the cop gonna do? Absolutely
Exactly,
nothing. What is the if the cop doesn't show up and what if they send the community service worker instead? What are they gonna do?
Community sir? The community service worker. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna shit. They're gonna shit themselves laughing. Is what they're gonna do.
Could you imagine community service worker actually shows up because the cops are too busy, and they're like, "Yeah, that's an awesome 8 foot, 9 foot, 10 foot being." They're gonna do 0 things. Doesn't matter what they are. They're gonna be able to do absolutely nothing. The only thing that you can
there is a thing in this situation they can do.
What?
Yep, there's one thing they can do in this
Walk
situation
away?
aside from walk away. You don't have to walk away, but they can. But a community service worker, those are fun critters because they can recommend a 72-hour cycle.
Oh
yes,
God.
yes, they can.
Sure, I bet they can.
Now, investigators obtaining video as officers then responded to the call you just heard. You'll see the officers also saw something in the sky that night, but the big question is, what was it, and is it all connected?
Leave her alone.
It's almost midnight on May 1st when a Las Vegas Metro police officers...
So you can see that glow, that green glow that's there, that actually comes down out of the sky. You see it's way up here first.
Now, Las Vegas Metro police officers' body cam catches this, something flashing low in the sky.
911 emergency.
Minutes later,
There's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and looking at us, and it's still there.
someone calls 911 reporting 2 large figures in their backyard.
No, I'm still nervous right now.
The 8 News Now investigators obtaining another officer's video as he's sent to the Northwest Valley home.
I have butterflies, bro. Everyone saw a shooting star. Then these people say there's aliens in their backyard.
By now, it's more than an hour after that bright light. Officers meeting up with the caller and his family.
What'd you see? So, what's the first thing you look at when you see this group of guys? You see this 8-foot guy standing next to all these other people. He seriously looks like he's about 8 foot compared to these others.
Isn't he standing on that ledge right there?
And he's wearing clothes. Clothes that have text on the.
But I hope
clothes that
not.
have
I mean, I hope
text
he
on
really is
them
8 foot.
That can be discerned.
Did he disappear?
Number 3. He's a Tom Brady fan.
Oh, that's a Dale Earnhardt number 3.
Could be that too.
Right? Yeah. That was my thought, but yeah.
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or they see?
You're right. They are standing on that wall.
Look at that guy's floating. He's floating, dude. Look. These are the
he puts his arms out and he just kind of floats.
Look, it's like it's bathrobe Jesus.
Woohoo! Jesus for the win.
He's got sandals on.
Talking trash and truth. How's it going, dude? How you feeling?
See like a big, that's what they say. They see like a big something with light.
What I saw right now, I do believe in it.
Police walk into the backyard to investigate, but Metro blacked out that part of the video because it's considered private property. What's clear? They're taking this call seriously.
Hey, this might sound like a really dumb question, but did you guys see anything fall out of the sky?
Asking others what they saw.
I would normally discount it as nothing. However, seeing as one of my partners said they saw it too, only reason I'm actually investigating it further.
That investigation turning up no concrete answers as of Wednesday. Whatever or whoever fell into that yard, long gone within minutes.
Oh, hey, if those 9-foot beings come
Where's
back,
the hole? Where's the divot? Where's
It says it landed. It didn't say it crashed.
Oh, and then it took off?
Yeah.
I thought it crashed.
I thought it crashed too. It looked like it was streaking down to crash. And then they said it heard an impact, right?
Chunk of meteorite.
Landed. Really? Landed, they got off, they got back on, and they're like, fuck this shit. They're too short.
I'd leave too.
Right?
If I saw the mountain crew in this planet, I'd be like, no, we gotta go.
No chicks here.
don't call us, all right? Deal with it yourself. I ain't dealing with that.
So yeah, this is quite weird, Brian was saying as we're watching this story. Now, we've been in contact with the family in that video, and as you heard in that 911 call, they seem very reasonable and honestly quite scared as you heard them in the call. No, they don't seem impaired in any way. And whatever crashed by the time that police got there was gone, but sources say that there's really no dispute. Something was in their yard. Exactly what? We do not know.
I mean, it's so interesting. So, like, the Metro officer sees something, the neighbor sees something. I mean, so what could it be?
Well, we know that there are obviously a lot of military bases around this area. George Knapp covers a lot of that stuff for us on the 80s Now Investigators. We're showing you drone video from above that area. And we know, of course, Creech not far away, Nellis Air Force Base not far. I checked in with them. They say they are not involved at all, and we are waiting to hear from the Pentagon as well.
And you talk to these
good luck
people, it
with
seems
that.
completely.
Good luck, guys. You're gonna need it.
C3 says,
Now-
how did they sound scared?
Right? I didn't hear it either. So I did see a device that would make someone seem like that they're that tall. It's a platform device you can actually fly on. And you could actually get a license to fly on this thing fairly easily. Yeah, it's like it's like a little platform thing that would have the lights on it too. I don't know though if it would look like that, but then again, I don't know what grade of video that was and how it was shot. I just saw that one thing. But it could, if it was going that fast, look like that if it had that color light on it. And I would say that if they had to sit down and reset to go back to wherever they were, that could have been a reason that they landed in a yard and they disappear without a trace. Like there's no divot, no wreckage or anything. So, I mean, just saying, I'm trying to think of like more reasonable explanations than a mystery. Right? So,
Well, it's okay to say I don't know if you don't.
in Las Vegas too, I would think that would be an area where someone might have one of these personal flying devices, and they might be out at night, kind of like roaming around doing something with it. So I don't know.
Hey guys, let's go. Hey guys, let's go buzz the natives, freak them all out.
Right? Wouldn't you? I mean, it would be like the ultimate troll. It's like just land in the yard, like we are from Mars, and just take off. You're laughing all the way back. It's like they're like, I saw Martians, but you know, I guess if you were really wealthy and had nothing better to do, that'd be fun, right?
I wouldn't know.
I'd have to do it to a family member so I could like hear about it. Like
I wouldn't know either.
Fly to my uncle's house.
I
or
need
something.
some assistance funding that.
Oh, good old uncle and his crazy UFO stories again. It's just like
That's funny.
Legitimate to you, and do you have any personal thoughts on maybe what it was?
Right. So it seems from talking to our sources that something happened. There was obviously some flash in the sky. A lot of people saw it that
Something happened.
Something happened.
It was obvious that something happened.
Well,
tell us
again,
about this something.
you're gonna have to be a little more specific than that, folks.
But this is Channel 8 News telling us. Obviously, they're not going to lie to us. Not leftist media. No way.
That night on the night of April 30th, early in the morning on May 1st. Did that exact thing land in their yard? I don't know. But these people said they saw some SUV circling the area. Could this have been some piece of equipment that malfunctioned? Maybe they saw something and then someone came. I can't believe we're talking about this.
Right.
Someone came and
Picked it up.
retrieved it from the backyard in the SUV. We don't know. This all comes as a former high-level intelligence officer, an Air veteran, was on News Nation talking about how there is a program where the government collects some unidentified objects. So this might be that. We just don't know. We're going to work to find out, though.
And
Brian
no
Brady.
substances. They were looking
No
with clear
substances.
eyes.
Very interesting.
Not big buggy eyes, though.
Yes.
That's what happens when you let the weatherman do a story.
With clear eyes, right? Yes, clear eyes. They clearly weren't using anything, and they clearly weren't big buggy eyes.
This is really unique. Thank you, David.
This is truly
Go
silly.
back to the weather.
There is interviews with the kids too on.
Oh no, it's an Alpris nerd imposter.
What's up, nerd?
I don't recognize that avatar.
Hey.
It's using a voice mod changer.
Alien?
I know that's not Bill Murray.
Vapors, see over on that Rumble side. Welcome, glad you're there. Hit that thumbs up button for me if you haven't already.
Hit it, smash it. I think it's the.
So now this 7.5 minute video that is made by the Alien Society, kind of glancing through it or whatever, and this is the one where they do an interview supposedly with these kids. The reason it scares me to play such a video or whatever is because this is actually produced by an individual. And when you actually look at it, they do not have their fair use, common use clause up or whatever for it. Like all my stuff does. If you look underneath any of my videos or whatever, it all has that clause saying that you can fair use any of my stuff that actually is there under the Creative Commons Attribution License.
Oh yeah, that's like my my Koolfrogg channel for Japan and Asia. You know, I just take everything he does and I translate it over there. It's making me like $10,000, $20,000 a month.
I'm sure it is.
All right. I was always that motivated.
Just had to make him pause for a minute, though, didn't ya?
The crazy thing. Koolfrogg in Asia is just killing it.
Nah. Anytime Winning Reality says Koolfrogg, I just take it with a grain of salt because I know better.
Koolfrogg. Koolfrogg.
What's Nerd up to?
Jack squat.
Jack and shit. Jack just slept down. Hello, Mr. Murray. How are you today?
Another one.
Food.
T2 says, Nerd, saw your DM. I'm okay.
Okay. Just hadn't heard from you in like a day and a half. Just wondering.
Well, you
Yep,
got
now-
the
now you don't- now
reply.
you don't have to
I
drive
didn't.
by.
I asked her how she was doing, and I got 0 things out of that. So,
Well, I did too until just now.
Really? That's
What?
exciting.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Oh,
Yes,
I'm
good
working
luck
on my
tomorrow.
jacket right now.
Are you on Rumble? Are you on Rumble tonight too?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, good.
We're rumbling it.
Yes. Yes. All
Very good. I'm on Rumble as well.
all 9 people over there watching.
Woohoo! Hello,
What's up?
Rumble people.
The Rumble 9.
Everybody over on that Rumble side, you know, the thumbs up button. Kind of hit it. Hit it.
Yeah, it's to the left of the other button.
It used to be a plusy sign.
Ooh.
Yeah, right. That was when it was fun.
No more plus sign.
Oh,
why not?
I don't know. It's just not right.
They take all the fun out of it.
I
They have
know.
to have they have to have a thumb because they must be YouTube.
Where's
Yes,
Loki?
yeah. Right.
She's gonna come join us.
Right. You bloody well, right. Wait, what?
Said, "Where's Loki?" I thought she was gonna come join us.
She might. She was going to go and check on some stuff, and she had to eat and take some meds. So that's as much as I know or could tell you if I knew more. So
It's super important she get those meds.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it might be her nighttime meds, so they might make her sleepy like mine do.
it's entirely possible. I know I've got to get my nighttime meds here soon too.
Right.
Wait for the wife to bug me before I do that. And yes, that's her right behind me. Ooh.
Good wife. What was that ooh about? What?
Ah, it's me being weird. Don't mind me.
Okay.
She and I do a whole snark back and forth at one another.
Aww.
Well, actually, that's one of those things we've pretty much always done.
Aww.
phone at each other.
Well, who hasn't? See?
I like
Two
your
for
wife
one deal,
already.
Frog. 2 for 1 deal there, Froggy.
Yeah.
Let's get her over to the mic. I have some
Yeah,
questions.
no, that's a thing she won't do.
Oh.
I've been trying for years and she just won't.
She has to come felt the love of the leader. She has to come on in.
She needs to hang out with us ladies. Get a bunch of ladies together. She could jump on. We have all fun.
We love to listen.
Huh?
I don't know. Actually, this is the woman that wants me to make all the phone calls because she hates the damn phone. Little
She'll
does she,
love us. She'll love
does she
us.
remember most days she married someone with a similar attitude. Okay.
Sounds like a perfect fit.
Yeah. That's what they tell me.
I'm assuming she's your better half.
Yes. That's my
Aw.
wife back there being silly as usual.
Yo. I'm I would, Suzanne, but I got my hand full of this jacket right now.
Suzanne says it's 4:20. Light him up.
Light 'em up.
Dear Koolfrogg, I'm doing well. My head feels much better. Thank you for asking. I was full of pep, so I thought I'd come watch. Yawning a lot now, though.
Yeah, I was feeling better, sweetheart.
I'm glad you're feeling better, for sure.
I know you weren't feeling very good this morning. I hope you got some sleep, some good rest, some much needed rest.
So then, do I need to find another article? Something else to trigger us?
Oh, you didn't think that that flying car video would cut it? Or
I was hoping.
Chitty chitty
I
bang
was hoping
bang.
that was gonna be.
Yeah, that's, I was just about to say. Pretty sure I'm pretty sure our friend Chitty Bang Bang probably would appreciate that very much.
Chitty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang.
Bang, bang.
How does that go?
I can look for some other stuff I got saved up.
Chitty chitty
Might not
bang
be.
bang, chitty chitty bang bang. What? Sorry, Winning. What'd you say? I was too busy
I said I
singing.
can look for some. I know, it's okay. Oh, I got it. See how
He says, "I got it. Let's talk about Trump." We got nerd with us. We shouldn't do too much politics. We should actually.
Why would that bother me?
Oh, no reason. Just looking out for you. The I got
Stop it.
Dude, bro's gotta look out. The I got a couple ones. Like, it depends on what where you want to go. I can keep it light, but I got the perfect one since Nerd's here. I do actually. The miracle landing of Aloha Airlines Flight 243. This one's really good.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. I've been thinking about plane crashes too much this week, and that is my worst nightmare. Don't Jesus
It didn't
Christ!
crash. I am. Look,
Well,
it didn't
I
crash.
get
It didn't
where
crash.
Nerd's
It's
coming
a
from,
good
though.
story. It's not a
Too
crash.
low.
No,
Yeah.
it's like everybody lives. I'm gonna spoil it. Everybody lives. The top of the plane comes off, and some people got a convertible ride.
I
right?
saw that. I
Dude, it's
remember
fucking
that.
good. It's good. It's not. It might make you feel better about it. Actually,
I remember
think about
that.
it. But you know,
Wait,
I'll
that's
let
only been like a
Frog
million
look at
years
it.
ago.
But I don't want it to get me mischaracterized. It's definitely not a plane crash. It's a plane survival story. Right. There we go. So I'm gonna label it. In the chat. There you go. See? All good.
I mean, we could just go
It's
with
just
that.
something I had.
Nerd, how do you feel about the Little Mermaid?
God.
Don't get me started on that crap. Just don't. I don't want to.
Yeah, the birth of the bicycle.
I haven't been able to stomach it enough to go watch it, but I have. From what I have seen, it is the worst. When I say it's the worst thing Disney has put out, that's saying a lot.
Yeah, they have put out a lot of crap over the last few years.
They changed so much. People don't realize this is a Dutch fairy tale.
Hans Christian Andersen, yes, lovely man. by the way.
Hi, Rabbit.
These
I
are
read
the
it.
same people who are making Astrid the Viking black too.
Rabbit.
Oh, you got to be kidding me!
They're doing a live action How to Train Your Dragon, and they're turning her black. Why take these characters and race change them? Why are you too lazy to make original characters or take?
They don't know.
Or
do they care?
There are so many great superheroes of color that are just waiting to be made into live action. There's Static Shock. There's Icon. I would love to see a live action Green Lantern John Stewart.
Because it's an overwrite, and because it's aimed at the kids, it's aimed at the lowest generation to overwrite the idea. So their version is the version they give them. So they grow up believing that's the version. Then later on, they make movies out of it with that version, and sell products with that version. And just so happens they just switch it all around to reuse it.
I mean,
Well, that's been going on. That
not for
kind of,
us,
That kind of
because
behavior
we don't
has been
like
going
it.
on since time immemorial.
These characters have
But
such a rich history. Like John Stewart, his first mission as a Green Lantern, he ended up saving a black or a racist. I think it was a senator, and it just showed you how it was just such a great story of overcoming your own prejudices and showing people who hate you how good you are. And they're completely just glossing all over all that. And it just, oh my God. It's entertainment used to bring us together, but now it's dividing us like everything else, and I'm sick of it. But I mean, it seems like Disney does this kind of stuff. Excuse me, does this kind of stuff just despite people.
You mean they don't?
Yeah, they don't care about money. It's all about the woke points.
Well,
If I remember,
So you're dedicating your channel to going after this and making a change, right?
I'm just pointing out shit that's good, shit that's not right now. I have no real long-term goal at the moment. And if I remember right, I think Ariel had like a black sister at one point.
That got around.
Well, yeah. Well, all the Greek gods did. You got to realize.
It's down, lady.
Like Triton was the son of Poseidon.
The guy's country girl. It's like, oh, he's all over the place.
It's just. I was just thinking the other day. I don't remember the last time Disney did a strong male lead character.
Of course they haven't. What do you think this is?
I think the last one was Woody. And that was Toy Story 3, because in Toy Story 4, they kind of made him a little bitch.
And actually, Disney didn't have anything to do with those. That was 100% Pixar thing.
They
Peter's
cut.
Spoken like a true rebel, not. Get
not.
cracking, nerd.
They kind of cut Lightning McQueen in the third
Cars movie?
Cars movie, yeah.
But Lightning McQueen wasn't white; he was red.
Oh God, he was Owen Wilson. He was white. I don't remember. I mean, and the next, like the newest Marvel stuff is just it's still going downhill. Next big movie I think we're getting is the Marvels, with 3 characters no one cared about.
Of course.
I mean, I hated it. Sucked. It was completely stupid what they did to Taskmaster in fucking Black Widow. Turned her into this mute Amazon who instead of this wisecracking smartass who could just beat everyone at the drop of a hat that we wanted. He was supposed to be like wisecracking like Deadpool, but without the fucking fourth wall breaking. And I'm kind of glad the writers are on strike right now because we're hopefully won't get so much crap for a while. The longer they're on strike. But, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing. It actually came out today. The new Transformers movie.
Oh, cool.
I didn't even know there was a
I
new
was
Transformers
just looking
movie.
through Variety, looking to see if there's any other interesting whatever. Something about some kind of accident hurt several. Did you catch that? Hurt several of the actors or injured them.
Where?
I was just digging through. I mean, it says that that it's a spoiler, so those that hadn't actually seen it would actually catch some kind of a spoiler. So I don't know if that's something that's really that everybody wants to hear. But yeah, there's something that about some kind of injury occurred.
That tells
Is it
us
another Fast and Furious?
absolutely nothing.
How many of those have there even been? Yeesh.
Well, I don't know. I've lost count.
8, 9.
This is 10. This is Fast X. That's why they call it X. It's 10.
Okay.
Sure.
I've only seen one in theater because I had a friend. She was in town and she wanted to go see it.
Oh, I was reading this wrong. I was actually looking through this or whatever. So it wasn't the Transformers movie there's the Gladiator 2 stunt accident leaves several crew members injured.
Okay.
Wait, they're doing another Gladiator.
Yeah, I'm still
Wow.
waiting. I'm still waiting for Alec Baldwin to volunteer to cast Jay Inslee in a movie. I want to know that, especially if Alex coming.
I thought they were still filming the Rush movie.
Yeah, they are going to. They are going to continue with Rust, but I want to see if he will do a new project with our governor here.
Yeah.
Which governor is that? There's 50.
Jay Inslee.
Oh, I don't. No idea anything about him.
Well, if you lived in Washington State, you probably would.
Oh, you live in Washington State? Nice.
Why is that some sort of special crime?
Huh?
Just breathing in
Yes,
and out of the
I
state
can
sometimes.
make that up a little bit more for you next time. I don't need to be so not here. So, a total of 6 people received treatment, 4 of whom remain in the hospital. All of the impacted crew members were treated for burn injuries, according to the individual with knowledge of the production. 2 other crew members were treated locally and then discharged. The accident occurred towards the end of the shooting day. No cast members were harmed. It would still had 4 of them that were injured enough where it actually did require them to remain in the hospital temporarily.
Wow.
Of course, it's Pedro Pascal in the movie. He's gonna be fucking everything for a while now.
Right. This is the sequel. The 2000 epic stars Oscar nominee Paul Mescal, Pedro Pascal, Denzel Washington, and Connie Nielsen. Ridley Scott, who directed the first film, in return behind the camera, and David Scrappa writing the script.
So when I heard about this, I'm like, how are they going to do a sequel? Because they killed like the Emperor and what's his name's character. I'm like, how? Oh, this is new characters.
I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
But
What's he
it's
gonna do? Play a
surprising he was-
Spanish one?
What?
I am a Spanish gladiator.
That kind of makes sense.
He better be working out if he's going to be a gladiator.
Well, remember the last time he fought to the death, he got his head crushed in.
Don't remind me.
I'm crushing your head. I'm crushing your head.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
baby.
Yeah, baby. So nerd, Ahsoka's getting ready to come out, and everybody's very excited about that. Is that something you're gonna be covering on your channel?
Wait, what?
What? The next Star Wars series, Ahsoka. Yeah, because
Ahsoka.
I really enjoyed Rebels,
I forgot Ahsoka was coming out.
and I'm wondering.
It's right
I'm
here.
hoping that I'm wondering how they're gonna. They've kind of introduced the live action versions already in the last season of Mandalorian. So I'm looking forward to how they do that and how they kind of close that storyline because they left it kind of on a cliffhanger at the end of Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah.
really liked them. I like the cast so far. Her name, God.
I have seen exactly 4 of the Disney Star Wars movies, and I do not intend to see any of the others.
Well, I recommend Mandalorian. I recommend one episode of Boba Fett, which is basically the Mandalorian episode. And that's pretty much it. Obi-Wan you could pass over. Andor was just so freaking boring. It was so slow. I was told it picked up later, but I could not get into it. But the actress who's playing the live action version of Hera Syndulla, she's actually, her name's Mary Elizabeth Winstead, and you'll never guess who her husband is.
Harvey?
Mr. Weinstein.
No, her husband is Ewan McGregor.
Oh, yeah.
And
T3 says Obi-Wan was good. Don't be an ass.
it was okay. I enjoyed that final
Like it,
duel.
man.
I enjoyed the duel between Vader and Obi-Wan. I liked seeing. We knew so much of Luke at that age. I liked seeing Leia at that age.
So, like, Obi-Wan intentionally powered himself down at that point,
Well,
right?
no, he didn't intentionally power himself down. He basically, this is how I would describe it. Using the Force in their world is like using any muscle. If you don't use it, it atrophies. It gets weak. And that's what happened to him. You got to realize it's been 10 years and he's been in hiding. It's too dangerous for him to use his Force powers. And that's why
Someone pick up on it. Like, someone might pick up on him using the
Oh,
Force.
hell yeah. Well, that's what happens in one of the early episodes. One of the Inquisitors comes to Tatooine and finds another Jedi who's in hiding. Because they're always like, their idea is a Jedi won't hide if people are suffering. And that's exactly what the guy did. He refused to let people suffer, and the Inquisitors got him. But Obi-Wan,
T3 says he powered down as he didn't use the Force.
yeah, like I'm saying, it atrophied. The muscle that he would use, Force atrophied. He just didn't use it, so he weakened, and that's why you kind of see him get back into that. It starts working again as he slowly starts. Because there's a scene where Leia she falls off the building and he reaches out with the Force to catch her, and he struggles. He almost drops her. But then at the end, we see that epic battle between him and Vader, where it finally clicked, and he realizes, okay, I have a purpose. I'm really kind of failing at my purpose. Watching over Luke, I need to start trading myself again. We're saying the same thing in different words.
Yeah. All right. So, like, season 2, they're going to do another Kenobi, right?
No. Kathleen Kennedy said no. It is a standalone season. They have completely nope.
She sucks.
I know.
Damn, because I was hoping for like they'd like maybe doing like an 80s montage training scene for Obi-Wan in the next season. You know,
I don't know about that.
You're the best.
Yes, you do have to remember there is a big delay from one to the next. Yes, for sure.
But one of my favorites. I loved the end where you actually had Liam Neeson come back, and that was really good. 'Cause I remember going to see that movie. I mean, just like I don't care what people say. I love the prequel series. I love the prequel movies.
I think they're fine, man. People are just like they're hardcore. You know, it's like I don't know what they expect, but it's like just lower your expectations. You'll have a good time.
I mean, fans almost pushed the Jar Jar Binks. They pushed the Jar Jar Binks actor to near suicide.
Well, he got a part in the new movie. Yeah, didn't he?
He went to the Brooklyn Bridge and almost jumped. He said,
"Oh, good lord,
Misa's so depressed." It's like,
and they actually, he played the Jedi who saved Grogu, Baby Yoda, in the
exactly. See, he got redemption.
66. And like there was people hated on Hayden Christensen. He was just doing what George Lucas said. But then I saw it was at the Star Wars celebration, when they were talking about when they were what's the word I'm looking for? They were doing the press rounds for Obi-Wan. He comes out and the crowd is just loving him, and you can just see the emotions in his eyes. He was so moved. He's like, people actually liked me, because a lot of people said his and the kid Anakin, I can't remember that actor's name, they ruined the series. No, they didn't. And I saw a meme calling it was an episode 1 meme calling Anakin a pedo or a cheese pizza lover, sorry, because he hit on Padme. Padme was like what, 4 years?
Called him the N-word too, right?
4 years older than him, and he was like, she was what? He was 9 and she was 14, I think. But you got to realize nothing happened for another like 15 years.
What's up, Catnip Dave? Good to see you.
And there was another one that had because you got to. I don't know if anyone realized the Solo movie and Obi-Wan happened in the same year, 10 years after the Clone Wars. So she was 10 and he was 20 at that in the same year. And they started saying, oh, he likes kids. No, you gotta realize it's another 10, 12, 15 years before they meet and actually get together. I had a friend whose parents were like 30 years apart. But it was just people wanted to hate on it. They had their expectations. You're right, Winning. They had their expectations too high. And they wanted something to hate. Now, that's different from people criticizing the prequel series. I don't hate the actors. I didn't enjoy the story, because the story were all the sequel movies were complete remakes of the first 3. Every character was just a redone version of one of the original characters in role. I mean, you had a orphan desert kid in Rey and Luke. Then Luke took the Yoda role in the second movie. You had the hotshot pilot in Poe and Han. The only really original character in those movies was Finn, and they just screwed him over. I mean, Finn, the idea behind Finn was so good. It was an AWOL stormtrooper, and they messed it up. and it was a real shame because I think, and then the way they treated the actor in China, like basically cutting out all the promotional material in China.
No, they just airbrushed him out, made him really tiny.
It was utterly ridiculous. Because it used to be movies they didn't have to rely. I heard Matt Damon was talking about a real interesting point in how movies have changed over the years. It used to be movies had two opportunities to make money. They had the theater run, and then they had the video sales.
Right.
Now, with streaming services, you have completely cut out video sales. So they have to make up that money somehow in the theater runs. So that's why movies used to be made for, like, movies in Hollywood were made for Americans. And now they have to change everything. They have to twist everything for an international audience. And China, being one of the biggest demographics out there, they bow and bend to their will. Like in Zootopia. In Zootopia, at the end, when they had the news anchors reading like the story about what was happening on the news, every region had a different animal co-anchor. Like America had like a bear or something. China had a panda. I want to say like Canada or like some northern countries had a polar bear. They're always trying to change and edit things for an international audience. And that's a lot of times at the sacrifice of their own actors. And that's what we saw with what was his name who played Finn? I can't remember. I'm terrible with these names.
William Dafoe.
No.
I would know him.
Denzel Washington.
He's a great actor. Another great actor. John Boyega.
Yeah, that's
Close
him.
enough.
No, it was not close at all.
Pretty close.
No.
Definitely close.
Nope. We don't get. When was the last time you saw anything original in the movies? I mean, it's been
1970 or 1979.
Yeah, all these movies are either franchises or based off of comics, books. We don't get any original
Franchises, reboots, and fuckery. Yeah, no.
Yeah. I think the last original movie I saw was that Josh Brolin movie, Hail Caesar, where he played like the 1920s like Hollywood studio fixer. It had like George Clooney, all sorts of amazing actors in it, and it was a really decent movie. Papa as usual. No.
I'm not sure if I want to see the AI prawn. Very imaginative. Show them yours winning. I don't know if I want to see it.
What? What's she talking about?
Your AI prawn?
Apron?
Porn.
What's she
The
talking
internet
about?
is for porn.
Shares your porn collection winning. That's what she's trying to say.
Oh,
Prawn.
well,
AI prawn.
with
since
her.
I don't have
My
one.
goodness, winning. And why
I
aren't
mean-
you sharing with me?
Helping.
Don't be shy. Movie
You're gonna keep
franchise
it all
start.
there? You're gonna keep it all to her? What the hell?
I don't know where this is going or where it came from. I'm trying to think. Is that what you meant? I'm like,
There's no telling with Shelley.
Of course it is.
Not his collection. He's the star. She says.
No, don't want to see that.
Nah, pass.
Definitely don't want to see
That's a
that.
negative, Ghost Rider.
The pattern is full.
That's a no for me, dog.
Does not compute.
Nobody wants to see your personal porn collection that you started. Be a little weird.
all right then.
Well, if you have to, you can share it with me then. Fine.
Yeah, we'll let Vicky be scarred.
Can't be any worse than what Toy Box shares with me.
Oh, that boy.
I got nothing for this bit. I don't know where to go with this.
That's what she said.
Did she really? Are you sure?
She probably had more to give than he did.
Mhm. Oh my word.
It's usually the best to actually go after him when he says he's got nothing, because then he's really seriously got nothing.
Wouldn't you have to know what nothing is first? I mean, are we talking about a philosophical nothing or?
Well, it's more like I feel like I'm missing out. Like
More like
I
an
actually don't-
absolute has nothing.
I don't
no
have
junk.
I don't have a collection to speak of, so now I'm like feel like I'm missing out, and like I should have a collection to actually talk about.
Yes, you
And
should.
it would have been amazing, but it just like it didn't. It wasn't the wrong day and time for that kind of stuff.
Damn it.
Come on, dude. It's a Friday night and you don't have a date.
Neither do you.
I don't need one. My wife's like right over there.
Well, yeah, but you're not taking her out on a date, you cheapskate. Take her out.
Yeah, that requires this. That requires you
Leaving the house. I know.
better than it is currently.
Suzanne says winning reality needs a manager.
Hey, man, everybody needs a manager.
I don't see anybody rushing to volunteer. So.
Yeah, well, I'm not hiring, so.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No way.
What are you hiring? Who? What's her name? What did you say?
Is this the part where tonight we didn't hear it right? Okay.
Yeah.
What? Oh, what? I didn't know what she. Did you talking to? I don't know.
We didn't hear anything correctly.
No, nothing.
What? Please.
Everybody suddenly got quiet.
Of course we did. It happens. It's okay.
Yeah, that does happen every once in a while, especially when people start talking about things that they probably wouldn't otherwise.
We should play.
It gets a little awkward, you
Play a
know.
golf game while we talk about these great things.
What? Okay, what version of golf you got?
The best.
You got golf with your friends, terribly inefficient golf.
Even better.
Be careful with the couple teeth you got left. T3 says, have a good stream. I'm going to go drill my own teeth for fundies. And then
Have
says,
fun with that.
Sleep well, dear, if that's what you're actually doing.
Good night.
And we'll all just go silent for a bit again. And that's what happens when you don't have scripted content. It has a tendency to happen. It's not a big deal.
What did the DI say again? Oh yeah, prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, but it's an open mic, so you just never know what's going to actually come up. That's why we
all
have
good.
fun with open mics. You never know who's going to show up. There's a lot of people that actually got links. I'm kind of surprised that Loki hasn't shown up yet. I'm assuming that she maybe dozed out for the night.
She might have actually. She's not been doing very well, considering that she had some issues, some medical issues here very recently that she's still trying to get over.
Oh boy.
I mean, I've got a copy of Golf with Your Friends. You want to go?
Oh no! My
Okay.
computer just crashed.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Now he's leaving us again. This happens at least once a night for him.
Really?
You're in a bad habit, Frog. Yeah. It's happened almost every night this week. Not during the day, just nights.
Makes you wonder.
Oh, yeah, I know, right? Saboteurs. He'll be back here in a minute.
I've just been spending my time today trying to figure out how to make my own fucking Mandalorian helmet.
My mic was off, so they're talking like, what the heck?
That's what I want to
Yeah, I stopped being a Star Wars fan a while back. The Last Jedi was pretty much the last straw. If that makes any sense?
Like I said, give the Mandalorian a chance. It is really good. It does have its moments of like, what the hell? Like, they spend 2 seasons building up the character of Cara Dune. That's Gina Carano's character. And they fucking pissant fuckers on the internet. I don't like what she says. I don't like what she's tweeting. Get her off my Star Wars. And Disney fucking caves, as usual.
Yep.
I mean, she was going to have her own fucking Star Wars show. And it was going to be so good. But they
It was
literally...
extremely attractive.
And she's a beautiful woman. Strong character.
Oh.
And it's just, and she's funny as hell. Like, if you follow her shit online, she's very funny. And she can kick ass. She can kick ass in real life. She would kick any of our ass.
Might be one or two of us that could give her a run for her money.
I doubt it. I've seen that girl in the octagon. She can kick ass. But people, they're like, oh, you don't like Rey. You don't like strong women. You have Cara Dune, Leia, fucking Bo-Katan, all great characters. And you tell me I don't like strong characters because I don't like a Mary Sue?
Ooh, Bo-Katan.
Don't like Bo-Katan?
No, I do like her.
Oh, I thought you said boo.
I said, ooh, Bo-Katan.
Katie Sackhoff's a great actress. I watched her in the Battlestar Galactica remake.
And she did the voice for the same actor in the other ones, didn't she?
What?
Wasn't she the same voice actor?
In what?
Character?
In what?
In the was it Rebels? Or was it Clone Wars? I can't remember. I think it was
Clone
Rebels.
Wars.
Was it? Okay. But isn't that the same actress who voices her?
No, it was no, that was Rebels. That was Rebels.
Okay. I thought it was Rebels because of what's her face?
That was her sister that was in Rebels. I mean, Clone Wars. That was the character's sister. Yes, I didn't realize that was her in Rebels as well. There is a TikTok that has gone around that has made me laugh. It's it asked the question, how long was Bo-Katan sitting on that sitting there waiting for somebody? And it has this girl's like, you that is dressed up in a Bo-Katan costume, and she's like, she like hears the starship come in, and she's like, oh shit, and she runs and starts trying to get in her armor. It is so funny.
Huh.
But the thing I didn't like, oh no, you haven't seen season 3 yet, Vicky.
No, I
you need
haven't.
to.
I know I do, but I can
Like,
see
why
this.
are you waiting?
Everybody tells me how these things are so cool, and I don't get it.
Well, you can't get it until you try to watch it. But it's, I do not like. My niece watches something like that, the like Disney Channel cartoons, and you're like,
I like the Mandalorian.
the fucking like grooming Disney is doing is absolutely insane. Like there's a Transformers cartoon where it has one of the robots telling a person, "My pronouns are he and she. That neither male or female does not fit me." A robot.
Was that like 4 doors identifying as 2 doors? Like all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he absolutely got to be a 4-door.
But it,
Don't miss Dora, man.
Sup, Nick? Nick says I agree. Mandalorian is quite good, the exception of the couple trash episodes, like all of season 1, 2, and 3. Also, top of the morning.
Top of the morning.
Toy Box Brain, what's up, brothers? This is back from my anime marathon. Hope everyone is doing well. We're doing great. We're just kind of hanging out, chilling. This open mic Friday. Got anything you'd like to share? You go hit that link. Come join us.
Yeah, Toy Box.
Ren, Rebels, Bo-Katan, Ren, Clone Wars. What? What's it? I don't know what the hell that is. I don't pay attention to that kind of shit. So that's for y'all.
No, Bo-Katan is not a Ren. It's completely two different. It's Bo-Katan Kryze.
Oh,
and I hate myself for knowing that. Sabine Wren is a completely different
family
bag of chips, I guess. A whole different thing. She's a Mandalorian, completely different.
There are Mandalorians, and there is the Mandalorian.
He's just the one. But the she was a different family. But yeah, Rebels was a great show. I mean, I liked Rebels, and I liked the fact they're bringing it back live action. I think I'm actually excited for it, and my expectations are no more than they've ever been for them. So they're probably gonna be pretty good. You know? I think when you just stop and just enjoy it for what it is, you have a lot more fun.
I can't wait to see Hera. She's my favorite.
Of course, if it goes all woke and stupid, then now I'm like,
oh yeah, I've seen like stills, and they've done a pretty good job at creating her in live action. The makeup's not what.
The monkey dude.
That's Zeb. Yes, he actually makes an appearance in Mandalorian season 3, which you need to watch.
Okay.
They pepper through season 3 all the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Almost, yeah.
Like Sabine, I kind of don't. I'm not too impressed with her. But her live action, but Hera. The thing I like about these when they take a live action character, or an animated character, and turn it to live action, and they have to do prosthetics. I like it when they don't do overdo it. Like I have seen, I compared the two versions of Hellboy, the Ron Perlman and David Harbour versions. The Ron Perlman, he had basically the forehead, sideburns and a little bit of chin, but the rest of his face was his. David Harbour, his Hellboy, was just completely covered. And it takes skill for an actor to act through the makeup, for their character to come through. And Ron Perlman, when he did Hellboy, he did the Beauty and the Beast TV show where he was in full prosthetic there. And he did a couple other movies where he'd be in full makeup. So by the time he got to Hellboy, he could act right through the makeup. David Harbour's Hellboy just drowned, and you couldn't get any emotion out of his face. It was just, and it was sad because David Harbour's Hellboy stuck more with the comics than Ron Perlman's Hellboy. But it was, that just takes skill and experience. I didn't think David Harbour had at the time. But I enjoyed the movie. But
was that done before he did the Black Widow?
Yes.
Okay.
You gotta remember, he did the Black Widow. You enjoyed it?
I did. Hey, it's each their own. Everybody has their own taste.
No.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, I remember he kept saying, "Oh, I fought Captain America," or I can't do a Russian accent. I fought Captain America in the '80s. Everyone was like, "No, you didn't. He wasn't around then." And then in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you find out Steve Rogers wasn't the only Captain America.
Right.
Actually, there's been like one for every major war in the comics. Like, I think it was the Vietnam Captain America actually went insane and became like a mass murderer.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But I did not like Captain America and the Winter Soldier. I thought it was way too fucking preachy. Sam Wilson should not have been given. Sam Wilson has no reason to be Captain America. If all it took to be Captain America was throwing around the shield, why give Steve Rogers the fucking medicine? Steve Rogers was running through. He could like during the Winter Soldier, he was running through like walls, just busting down buildings. He even like held a fucking helicopter in place while he was trying to take off. Take away the shield and the jetpack with wings. What is Sam Wilson? He's not. He's a guy.
He's a budget cuts, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, that's why I will never call him Captain America like I will never call Miles Morales Spider-Man. The thing in the comics, because Steve Rogers, he doesn't retire, he dies in the comics. He's killed. He's assassinated. So
and exactly how heroic is that? I mean, seriously.
Well, it was during the Civil War comics. He's anti-hero registration. See, that's what they kind of took that in the movie a little bit, but it was supposed to be hero registration versus anti-hero registration, and of course everyone knows Steve Rogers is Captain America. There's no secret identity with that man. And he's walking out of a federal courthouse and he gets sniped.
I'm familiar with it. I don't know how many of the rest of you are.
And the next Captain America is not Sam. It's fucking Hawkeye. Because Hawkeye's perfect aim was made him the only other person who could use the shield the way Cap would. Because you got to realize everyone's like, Hawkeye doesn't have superpowers. He has perfect aim. And I was really hoping that they would make him Captain America in the movies, but of course they had to make Sam for obvious reasons. And I didn't like the dynamic between him and Bucky. It was not a good show. I got through maybe 2 episodes and I'm like, I'm done. Of course, nothing will be as bad as She-Hulk.
We don't talk about She-Hulk. It never happened.
What's She-Hulk? Sounds
An
horrible.
outstanding question, one which apparently doesn't need an answer.
How bad a character or superhero do you have to be that in order to win, you have to break the fourth wall and go to the studio and complain?
I had no idea.
That's exactly what she did.
What?
In the final episode of She-Hulk, everything comes out. It's a guy she went on a date with, and she kind of didn't work out. He did all this just to get back at her. But what she does is she breaks the fourth wall, goes to the Marvel Studios, barges into the writers' room and complains, and they're like, "Oh, we just do what Kevin tells us." She goes talk to Kevin, as in Kevin Feige, but it's a computer named Kevin, and she forces him to change everything.
What?
I mean,
that's just silly.
That's stupid.
It was the worst. They took a character who's supposed to be, she's sexy, she knows it, she uses it, but she's strong enough to back it up. That's true, Dave. Yeah, he got hurt pretty bad. Crushed by a snowplow. But see, Jennifer Walters is supposed to be the small, measly mouth, little, afraid of her own shadow young lady. But when she becomes She-Hulk, she's confident, she's smart, she's sexy, and she knows it. She's the complete opposite. And all they did in the She-Hulk show was turn Jennifer Walters green. That's all they did. It was still the same personality, and it was just, oh God. When she's just yelling at Hulk, I'm like, at Bruce Banner, she's yelling at her cousin like, "You don't know how bad I have it. You don't know how I have to deal with men who I'm infinitely smarter with every day. And if I say anything, I'll be called hard to work with or even killed." That's what she said to Bruce. And he's just staring at her like, really? Not realizing, one, this man, Bruce Banner, was abused by his father, watched his father drink and kill his mother, would run to Jennifer's house to escape this. So she knew all this was going on when they were kids. Then he fucking becomes one of the smartest men on earth, has a great job, great woman, loses it all. His ex-girlfriend's father starts hunting him all over the world. He finally gets to a place with the Avengers. He meets Natasha, loses her, loses his arm, then turns around and saves the entire universe. And you're saying you had it harder than him? No, you did not. No, you did not.
Well, it's the whole woke thing.
Seeing like at the start of the series, you know how in the Avengers movie when he snaps using the nano glove, he loses the use of his arm. He still hasn't. It hasn't healed, and it's supposed to be like a year or two later. So when when she starts hulking out, he uses her blood to fix himself because it metabolize. He says it metabolizes gamma radiation differently. And she looks at him and says, "Oh, I'm better than you." He's like, "No, just different, but in a better way."
Oh, jeez.
Oh my god! And that was like the first 10 minutes of the first episode. And then like they spend like they actually attack their fans in the show. Like the bad guy has this helmet that looks like Doomcock on you from YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Because Doomcock was a very outspoken critic, has been for years an outspoken critic of Marvel. And it's just, oh god. I remember being excited when a Marvel movie came out. I left my friend's wedding reception to go see the first Iron Man movie.
Yeah. I think I would have waited. I think I would have waited.
I was there for like, I was at the wedding reception for like 3-4 hours, and then like, okay, we're going to go. Bye, congratulations, have fun tonight. Me and my friend, me and everyone else are going to go see Iron Man.
What'd your friend say to that?
She's like, okay, thanks for coming. Bye. I've known these two people. I've known her since like first or second grade, so since the early 90s, and her husband is one of my best friends. No, they're still going, Nix. It's just
What's up, Flat Earth Angel? Good to see you. This is a fun stream. I'm confused. Of course, it's Friday night. We don't sit around and do the news and the politics on Friday nights. We have fun and speak of other things. Be surprised what kind of stuff we talk about.
Nick's, they're the same now. Nick says all this shit is Disneyism, not Marvel.
Mhm.
They're the same now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep, they all freaking under the same freaking umbrella.
Try reading the comics. They're just as bad, if not sometimes worse.
I thought I threw a link at him.
Hmm?
Catnip Dave asking to come up.
Cool.
I wish. I just think the whole industry is so oversaturated with Marvel movies now. I mean, it is just like 3 or 4 a year.
Something
now.
like that, yeah.
It's. I mean, this is. Go ahead.
Disney
Sorry.
is actually getting desperate at this point.
They are.
They COVID, between COVID and the rather massive layer of expenditures they've done immediately before and again, and even more than that after COVID hit. Like everybody will come back to the parks, so they make it. Then they make the parks restricted access. Fuck.
What is up, Shizzy Wisna? Good day.
Oh,
Hope that vacation that you're on is going well.
That's Florence.
I think Marvel is they've run through their like A team of superheroes. Now they're probably in the C or D league. They're scratching.
I think you're looking more like their Z team. Because it's really bad.
The Elementals was terrible. Oh, the Eternals. The Eternals.
I was like Elementals. I don't remember that one.
The Elementals was part of Spider-Man Far From Home.
Oh, okay.
The Eternals. And then they used the Eternals to set up the Black Knight for some reason. Why? No. It's going to have Kit Harington playing the character. It's just like, okay.
Okay. You know, I have a lot of respect for Kit and his work on Game of Thrones. But really, people?
He hasn't had really any good things since Game of Thrones.
Flat Earth Angel for 99 cents. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much. It's a upside down smiley face for those of you that can't see the sticker.
Well, no, what I probably could click on the stream itself and go look.
Yeah, you could. But I know that there's some of us that don't have the abilities to actually have multiple screens open. So those that are just sitting in the StreamYard and can't see it, usually like to tell them what it is.
Actually, that's what I don't see is chat.
Okay.
I don't see the
That's
chat at
good.
all. Weird.
You don't see chat at all? You like hit comments? Maybe you'll see it.
Oh, no, I got the wrong. I'm sorry, I had the wrong tab. That's all I mean.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going. It's going.
Cat.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. Doing okay.
Got any thoughts about the conversation that was currently at hand?
Well, I joined a little bit late.
Okay.
Have you guys heard of a movie called National Lampoon's Senior Trip?
Oh God, yes, I remember that movie.
Oh wow,
I remember that movie really well. That was a funny movie.
It actually starred two comic book characters, actors now. If you guys remember,
Matt, how do you, Frauer, can't remember his name. I can't remember how to pronounce it.
Jeremy Renner. It was his first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Hawkeye, and Tara Strong.
Yeah, she does a lot of voices, mostly voice acting now.
Yeah, it was a really fun movie.
Matt, the guy who played the principal, if you saw Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, he was the neighbor dad.
He also played Max Headroom.
Max Headroom, he played in Eureka, which was one of my favorite TV shows. He did he played in a Hallmark
Shizzy
version of Pound of the Baskerville.
What's up?
Shizzy, what's up? Live from Italy. Holy cow.
I'm telling you. Beautiful, huh?
Absolutely. Are you going to go for a swim?
Looking a little bright outside.
Kind of a little bright.
Nice soundstage.
It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. It's beautiful.
Yeah, well, it's almost 11:30 here, so.
Wow.
Vicky got yeeted.
Oh, Vicky.
She can come back if she wants. She's listening.
Yeah. I think all the bright sunlight just like burned her retinas.
It was like
Get away! Run away! Run away! No, we're actually waiting at the train station. We're taking a train out to Rome, so I had like a little bit of time to like play around. I figured I would come in and say hello to my favorite community there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Look at all that beautiful scenery behind them. Boats heading up and down the water.
You guys should just swim there.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, go jump in.
That's really brackish water. No, that would be bad. That would be bad. No, they had a disco going on at our hotel
Ancient
last
rivers.
night. I think they closed it at like 9 or something like that. So it was 10:30. No, it's like 10:30 whenever they closed it down. It's crazy. So what's been going on with everybody else over here?
Well, aliens landed in America.
Where at?
According to
somewhere near Vegas.
Somewhere.
They're
Oh,
actually
right.
8 feet tall. Who would have thought?
8 feet tall?
8 feet,
Yeah.
9 feet, 10 feet. One of those anyway.
One of those feet.
It's like the Three Bears. It's like
Oh, that's awesome.
they immediately started a cult.
Oh, really? What was the name of it? Don't tell me it was Flux Nuts.
Right. I don't know the name
It's
is
called
yet.
Alien Society 51.
There you go. See, nerd's already in it.
Well, they broke through the dome and crash landed. So
He was the first to join in. Was less like, hell yeah, I'm right there. So they crash
about
landed.
it.
Is that what you said?
What?
That's weird. I mean, that's some pretty poor piloting skills. You would think that if you fly that far from another planet, that you might be smart enough to, like not crash your shit.
Right. Well, evidently there was no crash.
You're not talking about another planet, dude. You're talking about some other star in some other location.
Maybe that's the way they land. Like wheels.
Ask some Italian people what they think of aliens. Just can you randomly interview somebody?
No.
Get Shizzy on the spot. No.
No, I'm not doing that. Guys are funny.
Well, they also think they're funny.
That's not your gig, huh?
I'm not really sure about that, though.
Yeah. No, it's really interesting how many seagulls they have around here. I guess the seagulls help kill off the rats. And
Seagulls
the
are
pigeons.
bastards. They're bastard birds, man. They're not nice.
I had one try to steal a pizza from me yesterday.
They're bold too. Yeah, man. They are. I know. I grew up with seagulls around. I know all about these things. Flying
Little
rats.
Bastard flapped his wings on one side of me, attacked on the other, knocked my pizza out of my hand. Fucker.
Did you get it on tape? Did you happen to have your camera rolling at the time?
No. I was holding the pizza in my hand at the time.
That was monetization right there.
There you go. Nick says, "Hey, Shizzy, get a 360 cam and go gondola. Go for a gondola ride. I mean,
gondola.
Gondola. So the guys that operate the gondolas are not called gondola engineers.
Did you make that mistake?
Nope. My wife did a few times. She was like, the gondola operator. I was like, what, you mean the gondola engineer? She was just like, is that what they're called? I was like, no, they're called gondoliers. So
what does it smell like there?
a little bit like Virginia Beach on a long weekend, filled with lots of love.
All right.
I mean?
Party.
All the
Yeah,
better.
so-
Salty. Salty air, huh?
Yeah, salty, a little brackish. So it's not bad. I mean, I've been in worse places. Like
Savannah.
Venice Beach is much worse.
Savannah, dude. Savannah's got a weird smell.
Yeah, but Savannah has that smell of urine and paper mills added to it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Desperation.
It comes out through a sewer or something, man. It's weird.
Here we go.
Of course, there's always New Orleans, but
How's
after
that
Mardi
for
Gras,
you?
that's beautiful.
So yeah, you get a lot of the boats coming in, and it's a beautiful view everywhere.
What I want to know is why is it that the Italians seem to feed the need to feed the dinosaurs? No,
Why?
seriously. If they're trying to steal your pizza, obviously see people have been feeding them, and you just haven't given up your part yet.
Well, I mean, I guess everybody needs a little bit of food.
Shizzy, what's that
Even
big
the-
building over there in the corner behind you, over your right shoulder or left shoulder, depending on which way your camera works?
Okay, I'm looking.
Okay, see the green one, the green dome over there? Like, keep looking.
green dome?
Sorry, keep the.
Hold on. I don't know. I don't know what any of them are. I'm an idiot.
It looks like the place where they filmed like the Last Crusades. The part where they're, I think
That's a possibility. You never know.
So there's a good view from the top.
Yeah. I mean, I sort of like this one a little bit. It's got some.
Yeah, that's the
pretty
one.
cool,
I think that was the one, the church that they go into in the Last Crusades.
I don't think that's a church. It might be. We can walk over there.
The
and look.
church, like library. I think it
I
was the movie. I don't remember.
Well, I don't read Italian, so I couldn't tell you what exactly.
I'll take a picture and use AI.
Of course you would.
Take a picture and use
So
AI.
you're saying that? So you're saying Italian is Greek to you?
Pretty close.
More like Spanish.
No, at least I understand some of the language. You know, it is Latin based, so I can understand certain things, but other than that, you know, I'm a little at a loss because they speak very fast, and with a question mark at the end.
Okay.
No, it's just okay. Oh no, it is. It's for the university.
Nick says Italy is filled with cathedrals. If it got bob-shaped roof, a priest may be near or manage the building.
That's church. You're right. What is that? Let's see. Everything's hard to read.
Bob-shaped roof.
Priest may be
Not
near
sure
or
what-
manage the building. Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. That's a possibility.
I mean, if the priest is near, if you just walk around and you don't know what it's a church, if you find a priest, you might just be near a church.
Well, that and I think that was. I think that who was it? It was.
Shitty crosses.
It was Nerd. He said, you know, this one behind me is a church. He's right.
I said it looks like the church or library from the Last Crusades.
It probably was because it is a church.
The last Indiana Jones movie.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't seen that one yet. Was that filmed in Italy or something?
The Last Crusades was filmed like in the 80s.
Yeah, Indiana Jones 3 was the last Indiana Jones
We don't-
movie.
Yeah, we don't count Crystal Skull or Dial of Destiny or whatever this one fucking one's going to be called.
Sorry, Nick. Nick said Koolfrogg. Boob-shaped roof.
Yeah, Bob as in show Bob and Vagine.
Yeah, that one. And a little,
That
little nipple up there.
Yeah, it's such a pointy nipple.
Well, and it's got someone standing up on top waving. That may just be maybe Venice up there, which was interesting fact to find out that they take, like if you look at some old paintings like of Venice, you know, like the politicians, which would be the Doge, which is sort of similar to like president of Venice or the like head honcho. Like you'll see him kneeling before this this blonde woman, and that blonde woman is Venice. They always portray her as this blonde woman. I don't know why. Why blonde? Blondes do it better or something? I guess that's the question.
Have more fun.
I guess. Apparently.
Do they?
Because I guess that was a thing back in the day. Like they said, these women would be out on the rooftops, and they'd be wearing these wide brim hats, and their shoulders would be covered, and their bodies would be covered, but they had this hole cut in the top of their hat, and what they were doing is they were bleaching their hair, and I guess it was fashionable for them to bleach their hair, and they had all these special potions that they would
Someone's
use.
feeling festive.
They had like lemon and citrus and all that kind
Feeling
of
the
stuff.
spirit.
Madcore Mofo says I fell asleep
Madcore.
watching movies in Discord.
And And what it turns out that they were using is the main ingredient was horse urine because of the ammonia in it to bleach their hair. But they had all these other chemicals in it, and they said no, the main ingredient was just horse urine. But how are you going to tell someone put horse urine in your hair to make it turn yellow, or red, or blonde, whatever?
Right.
That'd be no fun. So is Madcore in here? Or
He
you fall
just got
asleep?
Hydrogen peroxide?
No, he
chat.
just showed up in chat.
Oh.
Saying he fell asleep watching movies in Discord.
I
He's
think Madcore and I are all pretty
expressing a
close
lot
on
of
the same schedule.
inner feelings right now through imagery.
Yeah. Let's see if it'll flip around here. Whoa. That was cool. Did that do it to you too? No,
What happened?
I guess just me. Oh, it didn't do anything?
They turned you over. It turned you over on your side right along with the scenery.
Cool.
You only got about halfway through to your gravity turn. You got to do better, man.
You're using your gimbal.
Like this?
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, that just proves it.
I'm getting better at it.
Nice.
The gimbal's pretty cool. Like, if you're lucky, you might see nipples on here, like real nipples, not just like the ones you see on TV.
Huh.
You see nipples on TV?
People just walk around
Do you?
topless at the pier.
You only watch channel 69, that is? All right.
I mean, I was walking around topless at the pier. I got arrested for it though.
It's probably the shorts. It's probably the short shorts.
Yes. Yes.
They
So what I
probably
was trying to do is get the camera. I was trying to get the camera to turn around because it was, it isn't working. You know how it is. There's a front camera and back camera, and this thing will just go to the default back camera.
Yep, I know. Phones suck.
So yeah, I've got, let's see, probably about another, I don't know, probably about another 35, 40 minutes. Is there anything you guys want to see in that time?
Yeah, Leaning Tower, Pisa.
I'm nowhere near that.
Well, you
I'm
got
not-
some time to
I'm
get
not
there.
in Pisa. No, I don't. I don't even think I'm going to be anywhere near that.
Take a boat, dude. Take a boat. Look at fast. Can you do some water
Go to
skiing?
Vatican. Go slap
It's
the
in
Pope.
Rome. That'll be in Rome.
Oh.
Well,
all right.
See, we're doing Rome our last couple of days there.
So you're in Venice.
Can you
now?
take it to a can't take it to a pizza shop?
Take you to a pizza shop. Yeah. You want like street food pizza or what?
I just want to see what it looks like over there.
Oh, look. Here you go. That's this here is the Immaculate Virgin, or I should say the Immaculate Virgo. There you go. How's that?
It's great with the clouds, man. The clouds are kind of going with it.
Yeah, you got your Virgin.
Yeah, you can
It had
actually
like, it had like
see
angel
the
wings above
clouds.
it in the clouds. That was pretty cool.
You can actually see the sky there.
Well, yeah, because it's daytime here. It's only like 8:30.
Well, I was
Well, I think he's talking about
mentioning
the fires in Canada.
Yeah, the gloomy smog.
Thank God.
Makes
Wow.
me homesick for California.
Wow.
Lord.
There is no reason that anybody wants to go to California.
I had a friend
well, I mean,
a couple of years ago. I had a
it
friend
was-
a couple of years ago. Her family took a vacation to Los Angeles, and she went. She kept saying the thing I have to do. I have to go to Rodeo Drive. She went down Rodeo Drive, and she's like, "Oh, it's kind of dirty, and nasty."
Because it
well,
is.
when did she go down to Rodeo? What year was that?
Probably 4 or 5 years ago at least. I don't.
Oh.
It's been a while, but she said
Yeah.
it was. You could. I'm like, yeah, they probably clean it up when they're doing movies there.
Yeah, they do.
Well, they clean. They actually really don't clean a whole lot. All they do is they hose everything down with water.
Yeah.
No, I'm not joking. Because the water sort of reflects. Like if you see any sort of street scenes, they spray them all down with water because it sort of washes any sort of oils away, and you get those weird reflective things and polarization. It just does really weird stuff. But whenever you hose it all down, it makes it look like really clear and clean and everything. So yeah, anytime I saw a movie set, they would be hosing. They'd be out there just hosing everything down beforehand.
I miss the California of the 80s and 90s and
There you go.
early 2000s.
That's whenever
the
Rodeo
California
Drive
I
was Rodeo Drive.
That's funny.
Because we gotta have some places to herd the cows down.
Cue the CBGB playlist.
The CBGB's playlist.
Yeah, you guys
I
talk
mean,
about
you got-
that area in the 80s.
Yeah, you gotta have like if it would have been the 80s, that would have been a little bit late for having the Ramones and Blondie. It would have been a little late for that. There was a bunch of others. My brain isn't completely there. I'm still waking up.
No worries. Have you had any Italian coffee yet?
Of course. Every morning I have Italian coffee. It sure as hell isn't American
Buena
coffee.
Vina. I mean, it's good wine.
Wine. We've had a couple of wines from Venice, but see, we're getting ready to head into the Tuscany region, so we're sort of holding off on that. On like the really good stuff.
He's on vacation.
So I'm looking. Let's see. That's just a little bistro.
What idiot in America thinks that, Nix?
Winnie?
I think too many people surprised. It's not a city, not all tourist traps are.
Well, I was talking about the next one. Instead.
Oh, the next one?
Yeah.
My favorite American misconception of Europe is England is a city in London. Wrong. Nobody thinks that. Countries that in Canada, nope. Nobody thinks that's a country in Canada. Everybody knows better. Everybody knows that that's the country that everybody ran from in the first place. But what you can expect from people who think Earth has only 4 moons. What?
Who think thin Earth has only 4 moons?
Nix,
I've been to London, England, and I've been all over
share
Britain
some of your
and in
drugs.
Egypt. So,
I'm telling you.
I kind of, know a little bit about it.
Yeah, oh man, look at this Confederate jasmine. You gotta see this. This is just, it smells glorious. Yeah, Confederate jasmine all here. Yes.
Wow. That was a really weird
You'd
story.
be
for a
surprised how
few-
many Americans are not that dumb. That's a big
You do realize
misconception.
when they do these
play it
like
on
man on
TV.
the street interviews and they get these people with the dumb answers, they're probably cutting out the dozens of people they get that are actually very smart.
Right.
Well, it doesn't make for good content if you get people
Exactly.
answering like really good.
Right. You're not going to take the 20 people who got it right. You're going to take the 2 that got it wrong.
Well, you notice that most of them that they show are like under a certain age, certain age range.
Yeah, you want to get the teenagers. What? Quick, question a teenager while they still know everything.
You know,
And you stick someone who's not you. So you stick a camera. You just stop someone and stick a camera in their face. Hey, what do you know about this? if they're not used to having a camera in their face or talking like that, they're gonna be like, they're gonna freeze. It's like Jay Leno would always do that, the man on the street things, and that people would say the dumbest things. You're talking to Jay Leno. That would put me in that would make me dumbstruck to begin with. Then you stick me on a camera in my face saying, "Oh, I'm going to be on national television." It's going to make
but a lot of those are pre-recorded anyway.
Yeah, well, they would always do
Oh,
them
they're
like
all
in the
pre-recorded.
afternoons. Yeah, they'd always film the late shows in the afternoons or evenings. But I'm just saying, like, you're gonna freeze if you're not used to it. I mean,
I
remember the first time.
start doing something weird.
I remember the first time I actually got in front of the camera and had to speak. I forgot how to breathe. I was running from freshman class vice president, and I get up on the announcements to do my campaign speech. And my friend, when I'm done, he said, "I thought you were about to pass out."
It's pretty cool. Got this group of old people that were walking up towards the stairs, and I'm pointing to them that there's like a wheelchair access ramp to go up, so they don't have to try to haul these things up the stairs. But it looks like the train station's starting to get busy. I got to make sure that my wife hasn't been kidnapped or something like that. She's got the
usually
alcohol.
not a problem in Italy. Go to Egypt, then you might see those kinds of issues.
I don't know.
Well,
my
just
wife's
gotta
pretty
watch out
hot.
for the sharks in Egypt, right?
Yes,
there's
watch
plenty-
out for the sharks in Egypt. Definitely watch out for the sharks in Egypt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I actually had some friends. They went on a trip to Egypt when we were in college, and they said that when they were at the Great Pyramids, two cops came up to them. "Hey, we'll take a picture of you." They took the cops took their picture in front of the Great Pyramids and then shook them down for like $200-300.
To get their camera back. That's how they do it. I've been there. I've actually been to that exact spot and watched them do that stuff. They get you on a camel and then they'll like take you somewhere and they won't let you back down until you pay them.
That's
Well, the
because they're
cops-
rude.
Cops are doing that.
No, just to look at the local vendors. And there's a line too. Like they can't cross a certain line. The vendors guys that are trying to like sell you everything as you're walking around. Like, everywhere you go, someone's trying to sell you some shit, man. Like mostly just like junk. Like little trinkets and stuff.
99% of everything is crap.
Yeah,
Well, it was especially
got us
crap
in
from there.
they got us in St. Lucia whenever my wife and I were for our honeymoon. I get off the plane, and this guy comes up and he was like, "I take your bag, I take your bag." It was just like, "Yeah, okay." So dude takes our bag, walks it like 5 feet through the building, which is like it's like as wide as the sidewalk, and sits it on the other side, and holds out his hand. And I was like, "Son of a..."
Yep.
It was like, yeah.
All kinds of
if
pictures
you're
over there.
traveling, just keep track of your own bags, unless you've got a long ways to go, and you have a long ways to go.
The secret to like getting rid of the guys in Egypt is to lowball them so badly that they're insulted. I started going 2% to 2% to, it's like 2 cents to them, which is like, probably like positive money for me. I don't know. I make money by getting rid of it.
Possibly.
And they basically give me the dirtiest looks and then run off. And I was like, finally, it took me like 3 days to figure that out. I went out in the streets and by myself in the middle of the night and bought hash. in Luxor. Yeah. Dude, yeah. I was bold as hell back then. I was in college. I was not
It
scared.
doesn't make you invincible much as you'd like to think it does.
Well, it did. 'Cause I got out of that shit. I got what I wanted and got out. I didn't even mean to buy the hash. I was going down to get some like a bottle of like a 2-liter of soda for like the bourbon we had on the ship because they didn't have it like any kind of like soda like Coke or Pepsi, and we always use it to chase. So I went and got some, at the store. It was this night. I'm like, I'm going. So I went up there, and I go walking down the end of the boat ramp. We were on a boatel, so it's like a hotel on the Nile, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like a two level thing. It has like a pool on top and stuff. And so I go down this ramp, right? I pass these two guards, right? Two armed guards, by the way. I go trucking on down the street in my shorts and my Reebok pumps and my t-shirt and long hair, all that stuff. Woohoo! Everybody else is in robes and shit. I go trucking into the store. I'm like, yeah, okay, get it. Go over there, pay for it. The whole way down, there's guys bugging me. Hey man, I want to buy some hubbly bubbly, man, hubbly bubbly, over and over again. And people have been bugging me all day long for this shit. And I'm out by myself. I'm like, okay, how much? Right? He goes, this much. I was like, I don't know if I got that much. Well, man, I don't know. And I just like kind of blow him off. I go to the store. He's waiting for me when I come out. Right? So he's in my ear again. Come on. So finally, I'm like, okay, let me see it. So he pulls it out. He's got this wadded up piece of newspaper, right? So he has to unfold it and show me this shit. Right? It's just a little teeny piece. I'm like, I guess that's what it is. Whatever. I was like, it'll be something cool to have since we couldn't find any weed over there, right? So I was like, okay, well, this is that's all I got. I have to go back and get money and like bring the rest of it back to you. And he's like, he was cool with that. But as I was looking at this stuff, and I started looking around, like, my street starts going like back home shit, looking around for cops and stuff. I looked around, I didn't see cops. Well, I was surrounded by a wall of men in robes, like Egyptians in robes, basically. Like a wall all the way around me, everywhere I could see. Everybody watching. We're in the middle of the street. It's like we're gonna fight or something. So I got out of there, man, and I went up back on that boat where those two armed guards were, and I never came back down. Well, actually, no, I did go back down and pay him, right? But I didn't go far from the guards. Like I was just kind of like right there. I wasn't really thinking about too much at that point, right? But I was just like, let me go get his guy. And he goes, oh, okay, now come on. I was like, what do you mean? He goes, no, come with us. We're all gonna go back to my place to smoke it. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, nah, man, I got friends waiting for me on the boat. I can't. He goes, you bring them too. I was like, well, let me go ask them.
All right.
Yeah. He's like, okay. So I went up there and we partied on top of the boat top the whole night, right? And we're looking down, and those guys were parked next to the pier all night long, waiting for me to come back. I was like,
waiting on you.
Right? He had nothing else to do.
Oh no, his intention was to make you pay, and you were going to pay.
Yeah, I was going to go strolling off into the darkness to go smoke it at your house. I just had to pay you for it. Are you crazy?
Yeah, in a strange city with a stranger that's selling me drugs, I'm going to go hang with you. That sounds like a bright plan. I wouldn't even do that in a place that I know.
I wouldn't
Flat
even
Earth
do that.
Angel, this is an open place. You have the right to your own opinion. And, just fair warning, there's going to be people around that are going to actually go ahead and throw their opinions at you as well. So this happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just remember, you are not the Muslim. They are.
If I could go anywhere in Europe right now, it would be a toss up between Scotland and France. Because I would want to go to France because my niece's other grandmother lives there, and she's never met her other grandmother, because her other grandmother got deported like years before she was born.
Wow.
Is she on a permanent entry now?
No, she can't come back to the States.
So it's a permanent entry ban.
Permanent entry ban, I guess.
So where is she at in France?
Just all I know is just outside of Paris.
Where the naked ladies dance.
I don't know the exact town. But,
well, there's a lot of towns right outside of France or Paris.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Now, Scotland is pretty cool. I wouldn't want to be like in Glasgow.
Well, I want to go to Glasgow because my best friend's family's from there.
Oh man, anywhere. Even the people in Scotland will tell you anywhere but Glasgow.
Go to Glasgow, Edinburgh.
Actually, you're going to find that most sane Scots will tell you just to get back on the plane.
True, yeah.
At least while the SNP is still in charge.
I remember in middle school, in my geography class, our assignment was pick a country and do an essay about it. I wanted to pick Scotland, but someone had picked the UK already, and my teacher was like, "No, you can't do Scotland. It's not a country."
It is.
Yeah, I had to get my friend's dad, who's from Scotland, to call my teacher and tell him and explain to him it is a country. It just has its seat of government in London.
Well, it still has a seat of government in Scotland. And there is a seat there.
Yes.
It actually has.
Called Holyrood.
Yes.
And is rude.
No, my wife and I actually did a quick tour around the building. They weren't letting anybody in. I mean, because they were out of session. But yeah, they've got people that are busy. It's really interesting that particular building. The building is pretty modern. All the offices sort of have a pod that sits off the side of the building. So I guess so they can get sunlight. Something like that. Some damn Scots needing sunlight.
You hate that.
I just want to go driving through the Highlands.
Oh, it's great. It actually is. It's a nice drive.
Once you get into Highlander territory, it's usually pretty good. Most of those folks are fairly friendly. They just don't enjoy the bullshit coming out of Holyrood. But then Scotland has been like that for who knows how long.
No, Scotland is actually really, really, really nice, and because we flew into Edinburgh, we flew into London, and then did a drive all through England, mostly in the country is where we stayed. I think we spent more time in London than I wanted to, and then she wanted to, and then we we took a small jumper flight. It took half an hour, 45 minutes into Edinburgh, and that was, and then from there we're in the Highlands. I mean, drove everywhere, and the last place that we stayed at, we sort of dropped off the car, and then we had a private driver just because it was going to be cheaper and a lot less of a hassle. They could get us to the airport on time. And we were talking with the driver, and he was like, "Are you guys staying in Glasgow?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "Good." Because it's horrible. It's a mess.
What's up, Skeptical Truther? Who's the shell? I don't. Who are you speaking of? So we can actually figure out where you're going with that.
I don't know.
I just find it funny, if you ask a British person, they don't understand how big America is compared to England or to the UK, because you can drive from the northern into the southern in 14 hours. I heard a comedian say he had a friend from England. They wanted to go to New York at one more. They were going to spend the morning in New York, then go to Disney World, and go out to California, not realizing that would take you days to do.
Well, unless you have a flight.
No, it's still too long to do in one day.
From the northern end to the southern end of England is roughly
hours.
It's roughly the size of from the Rio Grande, from the southern border in the U.S. to roughly about Oregon.
So about actually, That island is not that large.
Yeah, England isn't really large. It's just a very important country.
Well, yeah, and you also have to understand most people in England, like a 2 hour drive is the most that they would ever want to do.
Yeah.
You know, that's like 2 hours. Shit, I'm like 2 hours. What some people do, like just to get to work in the morning.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that kind of a commute. Fuck that. I have better things to do than be bored stupid in my own freaking car.
Right. Well, folks, I do really have to jump off of here. Or my wife is texting me saying, "Where in the hell are you, lazy bastard?" I'm sitting here. I want to eat something, and it might just be you.
Oh.
Okay. It is a city of romance, right, or something like that.
City of love.
Maybe orgies.
I don't know. It could be.
Now,
It could be a
Paris is
combination
supposed
of
to be
all.
the city of love. No, it's really not.
I just want to make sure that everybody hits that like button on your stream, there, Koolfrogg. Like, gives it a big thumb up.
Yeah, absolutely. While they're down there actually doing that, if they look in the description line, they'll actually see tags for everybody that's been on the show tonight, including Shizzy Wasnut. You go click on that and subscribe to him.
Well, I appreciate you having me on, and hopefully I could do this again. I just have to get my time schedules right for you guys.
Absolutely.
You have a good one.
Over there. Yeah.
Be safe.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace, y'all.
See ya.
Later.
God, I want to go over there so bad.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Sure looks like a lot of fun. For sure.
Well, yeah, it's just one. It's just one more theme park. It really is.
I got a question.
I got an answer. See if they match.
I'm working on a video here, and I was wondering. Well, I'm planning on splitting up the content. I was wondering if there's like any interest for like old school hip hop and b-boy culture.
I don't know.
You'll find an audience out there for it.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sure. There's at least one.
Because there's a important anniversary coming up, the 40th anniversary of Radiotron, which was basically the start of West Coast breakdance culture, and was really important to West Coast hip hop as well. And I was going to see if I'm able to also stream the celebration. And if you guys don't know, of course, not everyone does.
If it's like, you don't need to stream anything like if you don't know who owns it, who's presenting it.
Oh, I'm going to get in contact with them directly beforehand. I'm not. Yeah, I'm going to actually contact them before I do anything like that. But Radiotron was. Who has heard electric boogaloo? That term, like
most of the folks from my generation did.
Breaking and Breaking 2 was the movie that brought Radiotron into the forefront, and Radiotron was a community outreach back in '83. It's important for me because I was a latchkey kid around that time, and they gave me a place to go. But that kicked it off for most dancers from the 80s to 90s. They gathered there. So I was going to do like going to see about doing like a history of as a separate video.
That could be cool.
Just gotta do it and to find out. I can't.
Exactly. Do it.
So yeah, that would probably work really well. If that's your goal, I'm willing to bet the people in charge over there would be more than happy to talk to you.
Yeah.
Do you do a lot of research heavy stuff? You do a lot of research heavy stuff?
I haven't in a while, but I've been doing research for my video that I'm doing currently because I was in. I shouldn't say I was in those movies, but the community, the everyone that was around Radiotron had they walk on roles, so to speak. Basically, they filmed the movie at the gatherings, guerrilla style, and it was it was a really, at least for me, it was really important. It gave me a place to go when I was like 6 years old.
Ow.
So, that was back in the day where you can let your kids, go out and play and not worry about them until they come back, until, the sun starts
when
going
the street
down.
lights came on.
Yeah, when the street lights came on. Exactly. And well, my family situation at that time wasn't that great. They didn't care if I didn't come back until like the next day or two. So
yikes. That is not the way to do business.
Well, back then though, doing just that wasn't unheard of.
Yeah,
and you know what? If I was missing for a couple days, my mother would have taken my hide off. It would have just vanished in a puff of steam.
Well, back then, like everyone, whether they knew you or not, they were basically your, a surrogate, like babysitter. They took it upon themselves to make sure that the little ones were, kept safe.
You're talking about the 70s and 80s. Trust me, dude. I would have been torn open and left for dead.
Well, yeah.
I pull stuff like that. Oh no, my mother was not gonna have that. My sister pulled that stunt one time.
Well, my parents were too busy with other things to worry about much of anything. So,
yeah, I remember those days. It's the same thing with my parents. They really didn't give a fuck. He's like, go hang out with your brother. You're walking down the street to the parks and back at the age of 3. Wasn't unheard of.
Well, on that sunny note, I'm gonna head on out.
Have fun, don't yourself. You know how it works.
Talk to y'all later.
All right.
Yeah. Bye. See you, man. Have a good one.
So that was fun.
Where are we at? We're at 3 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Some of your streams are 6, dude. I know. I looked.
I know. Sometimes they are. That being said, I do have stuff that I have to actually do today.
Yeah.
Got some.
Yeah, it's today, even on the left.
Right. Got some business to actually take care of in the day. What we're going to do here, I'm going to see if I can't go and shift everybody over to somebody else. Let's see if I can't get a redirect in here. See who's awake and alive.
Backcourt, make sure you catch my show tomorrow night. I think you'll enjoy it.
We're playing, and I'm over on my channel with Amnesia the Bunker. We're gonna spend a couple hours trying to figure that one out.
I don't know if I'll get the video out tomorrow, but it'll be within like a week or two. But tomorrow I'll be on the pre-stream with Thermo and the Aussie cast. So
Heck yeah. I'm hoping to be back to actually catch that myself. I usually have the tendency to watch that and usually don't. For whatever reason, that's my favorite for Saturday nights because it reminds me of myself on my night streams that I usually run about 6 nights a week.
Yeah. Oh, I completely forgot about it. I'm bad at this promo stuff. The pre-stream is at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. And if you don't want to watch Flashcast, come see us.
Right. If you don't want to watch something different than the other, the totally different realms of things. I'm gonna actually redirect to Michael Malloy's show. I know there's a couple of you that won't hit that redirect button on there. That's why I'm letting it be known. All that being said, thank you also very, very much for being here tonight. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. Looks like 3 away from 20. Thank you also very, very much. Subscribe to everybody that's been here today. I do have Loki tagged as she was intended to actually be here tonight. Hopefully she's feeling well, and we'll see her soon.
Yeah, I'll hear from her in the morning, one way or the other.
All right, awesome. So again, thank you all so very much. Everybody, say goodbye.
Take care.
See ya. Tomorrow night, winning Saturday night, 9 p.m.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.